Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Once again, I am Pixel. I'll be your GM. We are Ages of Ainur. We're super excited to bring Waterdeep Dragon Heist to you guys. So we're going to get started with some character introductions. So Jacob, if you would please reintroduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jacob. I play Ozymandias Buckshank the Bard. I'm super happy to be here. Love this game, love this crew, and I hope you all have a wonderful time watching.
Excellent. Thank you. And then Redbeard, if you would please introduce yourself.
Yes, greetings. My name is Redbeard the Pink. I am playing a character known as Redbeard the Gray. I'm the Wizard of the East. Redbeard the Gray is a rogue version of the character. So looks like me, but dresses in shoulder to heel like a gray rogue. And yeah, just happy to be here. Really enjoying the game so far. You can find me on things like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc., YouTube, I think. Just look up Redbeard the Pink, and that should pop right up. But I am excited to see how the game goes this evening, and I am ready to rock.
Awesome, thank you. And Trish, if you would go ahead and introduce your character.
My name is Trish. I'm Pixel and Redbeard's mom, and I'm kind of the other mom to almost everybody else here. I play Mel, a middle-aged female human sorcerer.
Yes.
I forget that every week. Anyway, I'm much older than Mel is, so I forget things. And I'm looking forward to tonight, and I hope I live through it.
Excellent. And Beast, if you would please.
Hey, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back. If this is your first time joining us, I'm very excited to meet you. I'm Beast. I play Bill, the wild barbarian mobster, and he's also very excited to meet you. So let's have fun.
Awesome. And Arlo, if you would please.
Hi guys, I'm Arlo. I'm going to be playing the Dark Elf Gambler. Yes, I do gamble a lot, even in real life. I should stop that habit. But other than that, really, really nice to meet you guys again. If you guys are here, hi. But you guys can also find me on Facebook under Skull Gaming Army. And I play Persona 3, Persona 4. I'm going to be playing Persona 4 as well. I'm going to go through the series. But other than that, it's great to see you all again. That's it.
Excellent. And you play the Dark Elf Gambler Arlo.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I just wanted to get the name in there. Okay, and Beatrice. Or Haley. Or, I don't know how I should refer to you guys in this part of the episode.
Hi. What's up, Internet peeps? I'm Haley Tomet. I play Beatrice the Beekeeper. I was really stuck on bees the day I made her. I have a TikTok that I post every now and then on, and I am wearing a crown for no reason at all.
Excellent. All right. The reason is that we're awesome and make good choices. So
She's my queen.
Nice.
Aww.
Alrighty. So without further ado, folks, let's jump right into it. When last we left our heroes, following their nearly deadly encounter with the Kenku and their rescue of Rainier Neverember, who they found in lieu of their true target, notorious lothario Floon Blagmaar, our party took their respite in their various homes for the night after tracking down and bargaining for info on the sewer hideout of the Xanathars Guild, where Floon was likely being kept, having been mistaken for Rainier. So the following morning, they took their breakfast at the Yawning Portal, where they played with their sausages and caught up with their friends Lillian Sanger, a former mermaid turned human rogue, and human bard who lost her voice during the events that preceded the first episode of this campaign. And then they finally set off to prepare for their trip to the sewers. They visited the old Zoblob shop and purchased a number of purple knickknacks of various description, and then hit up a general store to buy their only healing potion before trekking down into the sewers. Some ways away from the hideout proper, they found and dispatched a gazer, a grapefruit-sized mini beholder, and then they reached the hideout. Through stealth and good intel, Redbeard the Grey dispatched the guards at the arrow slits, and then they entered the hideout. They bashed in the door to the common room, slew the majority of the guards in a single round. The Dwargar who survived surrendered and provided them with some information on the hideout and was let go, although the letting go of him was slightly contested among the group. They did eventually let him go. They then reached the main chamber of the hideout to find a mind flayer and his pet intellect devourer, as well as Grumshar, the half-orc wizard they knew to be the leader of this branch of the Xanathar's Guild. The Mind Flayer left through a side door upon seeing the heroes enter, leaving its intellect devourer and Grumshar to deal with the intruders. They managed to dispatch the two with relative ease, though Floon Blagmaar nearly died at the hands of a burning hand spell from Grumshar. They looted the place and discovered a side room with a mysterious black portal in it. And then they decided they had better get out of there while the getting was good with a mind flayer running about, and began their trek back through the sewers to return Floon to his rightful place, drinking in some tavern somewhere. So, that is where we pick up. You guys have just left the sewer hideout of the Xanathar's Guild. You are trekking back through the sewers.
There was a... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
There was a cask of fine ale we left in that sewer.
Yes,
We
I
grabbed
was-
that on the
I knew
way
you
out.
guys were about to bring that up.
I
Yes.
was just about to say that
So
too.
on the way back, not too far from the place where you killed the gazer beast, there was an exit out of the sewers that led into the bottom of a tavern. I believe you guys determined that you did know which tavern that was.
Oz definitely did.
Yeah.
Oz.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. pull up
Oz figured out exactly where it was. The Spouting Fish, a tavern in the dock ward. So
Yeah.
you guys can make your way back there and attempt to retrieve that should you so desire.
Yeah, Oz is definitely going for it, and is at least like, Bill, you're the strong one. Do you mind taking this up the ladder?
Yeah, sure. Just let me chuck it on up there.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Surprised he didn't ask for a coin.
Nice. So,
I'll put it on your bill.
Oh no.
That one was actually funny. You
It wasn't a joke.
oh,
okay, so yeah, you make your way up. I think we'll just go ahead and hand wave it. The cellar is deserted, and you guys pilfer this fine cask of ale. And meanwhile, sort of Rainier is like solicitously kind of helping Floon get through the tunnels. He's sort of taking that upon himself. And unless you guys have any particular other stuff you need to do while you're mucking about in the shit down here, we can go ahead and get you out of the tunnels and back up into the streets and on your way back to probably the Yawning Portal to see Volo?
that's the plan.
Yeah.
That seems like it should be our first stop.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, you guys make your way up out of the sewers, and I think you're probably about a mile and a half away from... No, you're probably about a mile away. Probably not a mile and a half. Probably about a mile away from the Yawning Portal at this point, down in like the southern tip of the dock ward, and it is kind of in the northeastern tip of the dock ward. So you guys make your way through the streets. People are giving you a wide berth because you're, ankle deep in shit, except for Oz, who is head to toe beshitted, because I believe we discussed your army crawl through the shit
did.
last time.
The army
So
crawl.
I did
Redbeard
not
the
forget
Grey
that
will also
Oz is,
be
and I think he's
noticed
wearing
for
Bill's
being
shirt.
feral.
Yeah,
Yes.
he has crawled through literal shit in Bill's shirt. Although you have prestidigitation, you can clean
Yeah,
yourself
Oz,
up.
Oz
Yeah.
is prestidigitating everything.
Hey, Bill,
He's
isn't
cleaning
that
everybody
your...
up.
And actually,
Mel
on
is
their way out of the
doing that.
sewers, Redbeard is also going to prestidigitate any filth off of himself.
And Mel also is going to do some.
Everybody's got
prestidigitation.
prestidigitation.
I
You guys,
don't. Can you guys help me out with that?
And on the sly, I'm actually going to go ahead and cast it on Beatrice as well,
Hi.
so that if she's gotten dirty at all.
And what it looks like when Mel casts prestidigitation to clean things up, it looks like she's like stringing, like wrinkling things out like that, and then shaking them like she's getting the dirt out of the clothes or whatever, and then letting her hands flutter, and they go right back to looking better.
Excellent.
Gray just looks at his pet mouse and says, "You hungry?" and the mouse starts scurrying around his person, and sort of like it doesn't put holes in the clothes for some reason, but it's just like he's gobbling up all the detritus.
Mel is
That's it.
fascinated
So
by
it's
that.
making me smell bad.
Your mouse eats poop.
Oz is whistling like the Harlem Globetrotters theme, and the wind from his whistle is like scooping the muck out of his clothes and like pushing it away
Also,
out onto the street.
I look at Bill and be like, well, looks like me and you are hitting the showers tonight.
Not at the same time.
Well, of course, not at the same time.
Mel kind of jogs up or skips up beside Redbeard and says, "Oh, your mouse is so cute. Is he your pet?"
Yes, Pepper's been with me for a long time. He's quite the remarkable creature.
For a long
Hang
time,
on.
I didn't think mice
Isn't
lived for a
Pepper
very
still
long
a bat?
time.
I guess Pepper would still be a bat,
Yeah.
technically, yes.
Sorry.
Oh, well, that's a pretty neat bat too.
Well, thank you. Yes.
Oz is prestidigitating Bill and Arlo just so
thank
they
you.
shut the fuck up.
And so I
Thanks,
think
Brian.
Well, that's never going to happen.
nice. Long about the time that you all reach the yawning portal, you have thoroughly cleansed yourself of the human excrement through which you had to make
Wait,
your
is
way.
anybody
in
going
order
to
to
get
do this.
Flume and
Oh, yeah, what about Floon and
Rainier?
I was
Rainier?
actually like on one side of Floon, and Mr. Never Ever was on the other side.
Right. Yep.
I'll
That's
go
right.
ahead and tag both of them as well. It's
Okay.
a cantrip.
Yeah, so
It's
as
fine.
by the time you guys make it back to the yawning portal, you have thoroughly cleansed yourselves, Floon and Rainier, and you make your way into the portal. And sitting near the door is one Volo. If you recall, he is a man with like a very large sort of curled mustache and a little goatee. He wears this kind of floppy hat and like puffy sleeves that kind of taper down at his arms, and like it's kind of similar on his legs. Relatively fine clothes. And as soon as he sees all of you, he jumps up and runs to embrace you and his friend and says, "Oh my goodness, you have found Floon! Oh, thank the gods!"
Well, there was a man missing, so we had to get the job done.
Oh, Tolson, he is like fussing over Floon. "How are you, my friend? Are you okay?" And Floon is like, I'm fine. I was terrible down there." And they're sort of like, solicitously looking him over, checking his wounds. Him and Rainier sort of sit him down and buy him a drink, and they're kind of fussing over him.
Yeah. Mhm.
The gold. Volo.
So he sort of looks up at you and says, "Oh, yes, of course, the gold." And he takes his hat on F and he kind of like sheepishly fiddles with it in his hand. And he says, "Well, you see, listen, I confess that I have but a few coins to spare, but never let it be said that Volo reneges on the promise. No, allow me to present to you something much more valuable." And so he pulls out a scroll tube and says, "This right here is a deed to a remarkable property right here in Waterdeep. We'll need a magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership. I can arrange a meeting with one after you've inspected the estate to deem it satisfactory."
Oh, we will need to inspect the estate for sure. Volo, where in town is this place?
"Oh, it's in the North Ward.
The Lord's Ward.
Yes, it's a property known as Troll Skull Manor.
And what is Troll Skull Manor? And what is the value of this establishment?
Oh, it is certainly more than a few hundred gold.
I would hope so. Do you have a number?
I haven't had it appraised recently. No, I picked it up in a gamble. You see.
Is it haunted?
Let me see.
Always
Oh,
a
I
good
like you, but if
question.
I get killed by ghosts, I'm going to be very angry.
What kind of gamble did you get it from?
I won it playing cards. And he
if
says,
that
"Well,
place
and
isn't
as
full
to
of
the,
electrum, I'm gonna blow it."
he says,
Ew,
and
ew.
as to huntings, I haven't heard any tell of such thing, but I have not lived there myself, as I have my own premises. I have just, held the deed for this time till such a moment."
Insight
haven't
check
even
on
been
everything he just said.
Yeah, go for it.
Bill, are
Where-
we not going to get our gold?
Here we go.
He's trying to stiff us.
7.
Oh, hold on there, Bill. I mean, what if the property is more than the gold?
Damn it, I don't need a couple of sticks and stones. I need gold. Hard, soft, chewy gold.
Don't you get enough of it during the fights?
Not since I beat up that biggin. We haven't been able to have a good fight since.
I think we've been in a few good fights since then. Better fights, arguably.
Yeah,
But
but
you
they
know
paid
what,
diddly.
Volo, look, man, you've done us a bit of a deception here, but I am interested to see this place. So when can we inspect it?
He says, certainly, of course. Now, I think tonight, obviously, we've got to see to our friend Floon and make sure he is okay. Celebrate his return to us, of course. And
course.
but on the morrow, I will meet you there. And he can give you directions to where this place is.
Very well.
So,
he handed over the deed already.
I mean, he can hand it over if you want. It needs to be witnessed by a magistrate. In order to be official and signed and all that, but it's kind of like it needs to be notarized, basically, fantasy notarized.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but yes, he will hand that over if you want.
I think we can let him hang on to the paperwork until the transaction has occurred. I wouldn't want to accept anything where we don't know exactly what we're getting.
Also, I don't want one of our party members to eat it. Staring at Bill.
So,
or sell it. Looks at Oz.
For those of you listening at home on the podcast, Oz just winked at everyone. Okay, so as you guys are sort of having these slightly snipey conversations at each other, masking your frustration and disappointment that you will not be rewarded with cold hard cash, Bonnie comes up and takes everyone's orders as usual.
I have a job.
And so, yeah. Is there anything in particular you guys want to discuss or roleplay in the tavern before we can move forward to Trollskull Manor?
Mel would ask Bonnie if Dernan had said that Mel could come back to work. She took a couple of days off. Bonnie, I need to go back to work because, things didn't work out. Do you think Dernan would put me back on the schedule?
Oh, sugar, now, I'm sure he would. And listen, I sort of covered for you these last couple of days. I may need a favor here in a week or two. I need to go, do something for my family, and it might take me away for a couple of days. We may have to do a smidge of convincing.
Oh, I will, Bonnie. If you'll talk to Dernan and get me back on the schedule, well, yes, I'll cover for you anytime, Bonnie.
Excellent. Well, now, and as I said, we may have to do a smidge of convincing to allow Dernan to let you wait the tables rather than just bust and wash the dishes. But
I'm getting better every day at that.
Hang on, folks. I think my stream went down.
Your browser encountered an error.
I've got it looks okay on my end.
Yeah.
Just reload it. It just reloaded.
Okay. All right. Sorry, it just cut out for a second. I don't know how much we missed there. So if you'll just start again, Mel. Tech is being fun tonight, folks.
Oh, Bonnie, I would be happy to cover for you. And I'm getting better. I haven't broken anything, in a day.
And she says, we'll just have to talk to him and see if we can't get something figured out now. And she sort of has to go around about her business the rest of the evening. Any other scenes you guys need to play out?
Bill does want to know if Yagra is in the yawning portal.
Yeah, she usually is.
Okay. Bill's gonna slap down the fine cask of ale next to Arlo and stomp off towards the direction of Yagra to go speak to her.
Okay.
I was supposed to get gold, not some damn piece of paper. Yagra, hey, listen. My pockets are a little light due to some recent unforeseen circumstances. You got any work coming up? I need the money.
she says, well, now I'd have to talk through to Davil about bringing you on, but let's talk more about this later. I think we can find something for you.
All right. Good looking out. By the way, the freak show with the eyes all over his head.
Oh,
Let's just say he doesn't have those on his head anymore.
She cheers to that, and you guys clink glasses, and she downs it and buys you a drink as celebration.
Thanks,
DM. What is Yola, whatever his name is, Volo? What
Volo?
is he doing? What is he doing?
He is, drinking and celebrating with Floon and Rainier.
Is he
they're all
standing
being.
or sitting or moving around?
I think they're probably sitting at a table there.
Well, at whatever point he gets up and moves away from Mel, she's going to prestidigitate and make some of that excrement from the sewer appear on his pants in the back in a very suggestive place.
Okay.
And she's going to do it very surreptitiously.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me. And what are the components? Could somebody tell me what the components of prestidigitation are?
Pulling it up.
When I get to it, maybe I can tell
It's
you.
just verbal and somatic, at least for
Just
a card.
verbal and somatic. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. She covers her mouth as though she is coughing and does that.
Okay.
Okay, so do I have to hit it to see if it does it, or do I just cast it?
Well, you need to make a sleight of hand check.
Oh,
So
you
sleight
want
of
sleight
hand
of
check
hand.
is
Okay,
a
I went to
skill
the
check.
spell because you were asking what it was. Okay, hold on a second. I got to get to the front page. Haven't done this for a week. I'm rusty.
Does Bill, as he's walking back, notice Mel?
Sleight of hand with a 19. Yeah, and
that's
you're in
not
a
bad.
noisy bar, so I think that's you can shit Volo's pants for him.
Somebody shit my pants.
Yeah, you can shit Volo's pants for him if you want. With a 19, certainly. And I mean, you can see Mel. I don't think anybody catches her doing her sleight of hand business, but you do. I mean, she's there. So
Okay. Well, Bill returns to the table grumpily, sits down next to Arlo.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna open up the box of the Finale, and I'm gonna pass it around for everyone here.
I think it's just a cask, so it's like loose liquid.
yeah, right.
Oh.
You'd have to
Yeah.
like tap
I
it.
thought it was
Pour some drinks,
Oh
No.
yeah, I'll pour the drinks for everyone then.
Okay.
popping bottles.
Redbeard the Grey is going to abstain from drinking any of that.
Yeah. And
No,
also
it's not
Durnan
going
says,
to.
"Hey, what do you think you're doing? Bringing your own booze to my bar? Get out of here with that shit."
Durnan.
This
I
is
thought it was
BYOB.
Don't let me in with these
BYOB
people.
night.
And why would I tell people to bring their own booze to a bar? What kind of business you think this is?
You know what, guys? Cork that up. What
Volo,
kind of name was that?
Volo, are we doing this? Are we going to see the property tonight? And
He says,
Oz looks out at everyone. He's like, or is this? I have an
Oh,
appointment.
Have a thing I want to do.
Yeah, Volo says, weren't you listening to what I said? I said, tonight we drink, we celebrate the return of my friend Floon Blagmaar, your heroic efforts, and tomorrow we look at the property. First thing in the
All
morning.
right, well, there's the problem solved. I'll see you all tomorrow. And Oz grabs his wine and walks out the door.
Excellent. Okay, and Beatrice, what do you got?
Okay, so she's gonna turn to Redbeard and be like, "Hey, so you're sneaky and good at finding out things, right?"
Bitch, I might be. No, he doesn't say that. He says, I have a certain set of skills. I like to employ them for all the right reasons. Is something wrong, Beatrice?
Well, my mentor's missing.
Oh, I see.
And as it turns out, his in-laws are being real dodgy about what happened to him. They're saying he left his family to go be with another family, and I know him. His wife knows him. He wouldn't do that. So it sounds a little suspicious, and I was wondering if you could help me look into it.
You know, Beatrice, I would certainly be happy to help. What are you going to do if I find out that that's exactly what happened?
Then I guess I could tell his wife that that's exactly what happened.
Okay. I just want you to be prepared because, I mean, you might think you know someone, but That wouldn't be unheard of.
I
Things
mean-
like that do happen
Right, but like
from people you would never expect.
I don't judge him if that's actually what he did, but I don't think he would. He really loved his wife. I was there at the wedding. It was nice.
Oh, I see. So this is someone you know fairly well.
He's my mentor, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could probably help you with that. I can at least try.
Okay.
Bill,
What was his like station in life? Like how much? Like was he wealthy? Was he just like kind of middle merchant class? Like what's his deal?
Well, his life was the stand we run in the trade ward.
So he's a honeymaker as well.
Yes, Peppa's honeymaker.
Bevis honeymaker. I'm actually. What kind of check would it be to find out if I know who that is?
That
Would that be like knowledge history?
Yeah, it would be probably knowledge history. It'd be pretty high DC. He's not like famous or anything.
I mean, but he lives and works in Waterdeep, though. Which
Yeah.
is also where I live and work.
Right, but I mean, Waterdeep is the largest 23.
Oh,
Okay,
23.
certainly.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard of Beppis Honeymaker and the famous Beppis Honey.
Oh, I thought I recognized some familiar flavors and overtones. Do you use the same, I guess, like beekeeping
She'll like,
facility that he has?
she seems to like put a hand on a satchel that she has, and it's like, you could say that.
Do you just have bees? Like
Defi-
all the time, you just have bees?
Why is that so funny?
Define have bees.
Pocket bees.
Pocket bees.
Okay, so you fucking have bees, Beatrice. Like, what do you want me to say?
Look, okay, I'm really bonded with them. Okay, I can
I mean,
almost.
it's none of my business. I'm not judging you. I think it's kind of cool, actually. I just find it shocking. It's you do always have like a faint buzzing sound about you.
Yeah.
We mostly live and work in the dock ward, so there's a lot of flies around. I hadn't really chalked it up to anything, but like,
I thought that was my tinnitus.
I just have bees with me, and
Okay.
I'm actually training them. They're in the process of it.
really,
Yes.
bee training.
Bee training.
Are you training them to make honey faster, or are you training them to do something else?
Oh, you'll see.
I went to a mite circus once.
Bees.
Beatrice, you have bees? You have pet bees?
I have pet bees.
That's wonderful. Can I pet one?
They're not entirely under my control yet, so like give it a while. And
But one day I
one
can.
day, yes.
Okay. All right.
Excellent.
Okay.
You are a
Don't
very
forget.
interesting person.
I turn to Mel and I take out the tarot cards and I say, Mel, you've been wanting me to read your future.
Yes. Yes, I have. Yes. Are we going to do it like right now?
We can, but this is an only one-time deal that I'm going to do this with you.
Well, I mean, okay, but what's the big deal?
Well, the thing is that I don't want to do it with the people I adventure with. Don't want to know their fate too early or too soon. Though that's what
Oh, you
I
mean like
believe
if you turn over a card and it says I'm going to die before midnight?
Is that a
Sadly,
thing?
it can be.
Well,
How
I
do
just
they
thought it
know
was going to say something really fun, like you'll find a lot of money and you'll get a house. Oh, and we're going to get a house.
Right? You know your
Allegedly.
fate already.
Allegedly,
Good point.
we might get a house. We don't even know what it is.
Little
Well,
did they
I don't
know.
want you to turn over a card that says I'm going to die or my
No, I
leg's
don't-
going to fall off.
Mel, honey, I can assure you that even if he turns over a card that says that you're going to turn into a frog and sing at the moon at night, that's probably not going to happen.
Oh, well, now that would be okay.
Fair enough. All I'm saying is, like, fortune telling, it's charlatanism, really. There's no reason to put that much stock in it.
But if she's a frog, how will we protect the bees?
That is true.
If you're looking at Mel, she almost zones
We have
out.
to protect the
She
beast.
just
from
goes
her.
very still and very quiet, and her eyes unfocus.
Mel, you okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Where
What?
do you
What?
go?
What?
Yes.
You were miles away there for a second.
Oh,
How,
so
how
I'm
about,
hungry. Is anybody interested in something to eat?
Yes, let's get food.
how
Sandwiches.
about we just read the tarot cards, huh?
Oh, maybe not tonight, Arlo, since it's kind of late and my leg might fall off. We'll wait for another day, but thank you anyway. I still want to do it, just maybe not tonight.
All right. What about you, Bill?
Sure, I'm game. What's the worst that could happen?
All right, let's try this.
That's how everything.
No, seriously, what's the worst that could happen?
The worst thing that can happen is that you lose that fight next time that we're in the back alleys.
I thought that was the best thing that could happen. I thought that's how you guys make
isn't
your
that
money.
the point?
I think next time when we set up the fight, we're gonna say that no. We have to say that you lose to get more money.
Why? Why can't you just put him in a fair fight and bet on him to win and then take your money when he kicks the other guy's ass? What would be wrong with that?
Have more faith in your companion. Also,
You obviously can't trust him to lose fights. Ever try just like, I don't know, doing it the right way?
I got kicked out of all the reputable places.
You guys started your own place. It can be as reputable as you want. But not if you destroy its reputation by obviously trying to fix fights or by losing all your money in the beginning, gambling on somebody who refuses to lose like you
keep
want.
your
Maybe
voice
we could
down.
use our house. We could all be together in our lovely new house.
As soon as I told him to keep our voice down, I'm looking around the bar to see if anyone heard.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Perception.
So I guess I think we could all be together in the house.
Where is perception?
yeah, I think I guess we're all
12.
gonna
Yeah, with a
agree.
12, it doesn't really seem like anyone's paying attention to you. You're in a noisy bar, everybody's shouting, and you guys saw the picture of the yawning portal. It is a absolute freak show, basically, right? Like, so even like in most
fun.
bars, adventurers like yourselves stick out like a sore thumb. Here, like, you guys are the 42nd most interesting group to spy on. So
That's fair.
Oh, we're still up there.
All right, Big Blue, tell me my future.
All right, let's do this. As I shuffle the cards, what do I roll?
okay, so on your bar in Roll20, you have your chat bar and you have like your journal where your character sheet is. A couple bars over next to your settings, you should have a macros bar. Do you see that?
Got 3 lines across it.
Yeah, it's like it's 3 dots and 3 lines going sideways.
3 dots, 3 lines. Okay, I found it.
Okay.
Oh,
if
here
you-
it is.
Yeah, tarot draw. So if you click that, hopefully we will get the name of a card, and then I can describe it to you.
I've got the meaning.
I tried to set it up.
already.
Oh, nice. I also haven't pulled up. I tried to set it up so that it would do both the name and the image, but it didn't, and the images
All
were
right.
too small to look at.
So it says tarot card number 78, and then there's roll.
Yeah, you want to roll. Shit. Crap.
I do it again.
Well, no, I just don't know which one that is because it is.
I can't see it. Oh,
It is 7. It's a man with swords.
Okay. 7. Okay, so that's the 7 of swords, right?
isn't that a lucky one?
It is one of the minor arcana cards. It is swords. Stand by. Wands, pentacles, cups, swords. Bloop. 7. The 7 of swords is betrayal right before the decisive battle. It may not lead to defeat, but victory is suddenly more distant.
So betrayal
Betrayal before the decisive battle is what
before.
it says.
I mean, I feel like
Victory is not impossible, but maybe more difficult.
So
Who's this snitch?
Hard to tell. It could be anyone in this group, or it could be in another group that we might have later on.
Excuse you.
Or it
You can
could
trust
be
me, Bill.
what if Bill
I
doesn't
trust
lose the fight again? Maybe that's the betrayal.
Ah.
Who knows?
That's right. I think that's an old card. That already happened.
That is true. Let me go ahead and roll. Let me go ahead and.
I
get
mean,
another
usually
card
you're
from-
supposed to draw 3 cards, right? That's
Oh,
kinda
okay.
the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah, and so the 7 of
Average reading.
God,
Let's
I
face
can't.
it.
I literally can't see these things.
Present
If
and
you
future.
open the image in a new
Yeah,
tab,
in fact,
you
that
pull
first
up-
one is
Ah.
the past card.
Excellent.
Betrayal.
Yeah, the first one is past. The second one's
Oh,
present,
okay.
The third one's
The next
future.
one
So
is-
the first one is
Okay,
something
so
more
you've got the
than
10 of
Wow.
cups.
So
All right.
so it did already hit. So he betrayed us already. Wow. That
is-
actually goes.
that. I mean, he
that
didn't
is
throw that.
that
fight.
is. He didn't throw the
Okay,
fight, so he betrayed
Right.
us. And
10 of
won.
Cups, the present. Oh man, this is fucking eerie. 10 of Cups is the
Oh.
bliss of accomplishment when benefiting all involved, the reward of the worthy. And here you guys are celebrating the return of Floon Blagmaar.
Oh,
All right.
we didn't get
This is really
paid.
good. This is
And,
good stuff, Bill.
The last card is the Queen of Pentacles, which
That's the
says Queen of Pentacles, pondering, unable to get out of it. It's all too serious, but such times are also needed for personal growth.
So it looks like you need
We're gonna
personal
do
growth on your
pretty
own
soon.
time.
Is it a
I'm
moral conundrum?
incredibly well adjusted.
Are we going
Okay.
into moral
There's a
conundrum?
Sure.
Not even like role playing right now. That is really creepy how it already happened, what's going on right now, and what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, I mean,
Tarot,
there's
baby.
ways you can twist any of them to match your circumstances, but it was
Yeah,
an interesting chance.
That was real.
That's how fortune telling works.
Yeah,
Bill, maybe
you're trying to
you're
watch
going
having
to get
connection issues.
taller.
Okay, yeah, sorry, QT9 Ball.
Gee,
Is anyone else
yeah.
having connection issues? Because I feel like our internet's being a little problematic today.
I haven't noticed any glitches on our end. No,
Okay.
everything's
I haven't.
works.
David, I
That's
shut my other computer completely down.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so all right, yeah. So any final thoughts on wrapping up this evening? Any other things to say to Floon, Volo, or Rainier?
One-
Any other things you guys want to do with each other?
Is
One more
Phoenix
thing.
around?
Let's do Arlo and then Redbeard. Arlo, go ahead.
Sure.
I look at Redbeard and I said, Redbeard, would you be able to teach me thieves' cant?
Do you ask him this in front of a table full of people?
Yes,
Okay. Can I teach you what?
thieves' cant. Am I saying that right?
I don't. Arlo, I'm having a hard time hearing you. It's a little loud in here. Let's go somewhere quieter to have this conversation. Is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
I can't hear. I don't know what you said. Let's move.
All right. So Arlo gets up and goes in front of the where the entrance is at, waiting for Redbeard to go outside.
Okay. Redbeard is gonna walk out the front door and kind of like one of these numbers, and he's actually gonna keep walking towards the alley around the side of the building and see if it looks like there's anybody else hanging out around there.
I mean, yeah, if you within a building or two, you guys can find a relatively abandoned spot where no one's around before you get too far
Okay.
away.
And he's gonna make sure Arlo's following him. Then he's gonna whirl around and be like, "Can I teach you what?
Thieves' cant?
Thieves can't.
Yeah.
What on earth are you talking about?
Is it thieves' chant or thieves' cant?
I don't know. Maybe if you can describe what you're actually talking about. I'm not familiar with the term.
Well, given your background and stuff, what you used to do, you work for the you used to work for the what's it called, the guards, right?
Arlo, what kind of work do you think I do exactly?
Kind of like noble work, and
And when you say my background, what do you mean? What do you think I used to do for work?
what you used to do, what I feel like you used to do is you used to be like kind of like working for nobles and do a little bit of criminal stuff on the side. That's what I feel like you used
Well,
to
I'll
do.
tell you, I've never worked for any nobles. when you say thieves can't, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
The language. I work with
The
a bunch of I talk with a bunch of criminals and stuff, but then sometimes they talk in a different language I can't understand. And someone told me that it was kind of like thieves can't. Is it thieves shan't?
Uh-huh.
No, it's thieves can't. And
What
yeah,
you're
so
talking,
Arlo,
what
what
you're talking
thieves
about is thieves can't. All
thieves
right?
can't
and honestly,
is
it's
like-
not even a language.
yeah.
It's more a way of talking, Arlo. Like they'll go like it's like a series of catchphrases and sayings that just sound like casual conversation to the average observer, but that mean things to criminals. Now, can I ask, A, I want to know why you think I know thieves can't, and B, why you want me to teach it to you.
Well, B is because I talk with a lot of criminals, and sometimes I just want to understand what they're saying when it comes down to it, because sometimes I don't understand what they're talking about during my gambling things, and I feel like they want to kill me. Sometimes they feel like they catch me when I'm when I'm switching out cards.
I can tell you that's not the kind of thing somebody is likely to talk about in Thieves' Cant, especially right in front of you, since for all they know, you already know the language. I mean, it's impossible to tell about somebody. It's really more language for talking about potential jobs, informing on the motions of the guards, reporting on jobs that are already in progress.
And that would
You
be a
still haven't
plus
answered
too.
me what were my two questions again?
Why
you
does
know
he
that's a
think
thing
you?
and
No,
why
it's
you want
it's
to teach
why.
it?
What does he think it, or why does he think you know it, and why does he want you to teach it to
Oh
you?
yeah,
The answer,
why
does he
do
want
you
you to
think
teach
that I
it?
know
Yeah.
how to speak Thieves' Cant?
Well, I thought you worked for a lot of, like I said before, I thought you worked for a lot of noblemen, so you can talk. And then the first time, I remember when we were trying to catch what was his name for
Hex
the
Ven?
person that was it Hexven?
Yeah.
Hexven?
Elf?
You
The
you
witch,
spoke
right?
in a different language.
I was speaking common. I didn't. It's a code language, Arlo. I'm honestly kind of amazed you picked up on it. You must hang out around a lot of seedy places where you hear these catchphrases and sayings.
I look around. This is where this is where I hang out at a lot.
Yeah, you guys are
Behind
in like
bars.
an alley in the dock ward behind the bar. There's like piss and spilled beer. There's like
Beard
well,
looks around.
yeah.
Says,
Maybe not like Oz, but
Look, man, I'm going to ask you a straight question, and I would like a straight answer. What are you and your two other hoodlum friends actually involved in?
honestly, we're not even involved in anything.
Really?
All we do is just rig fights.
Really, because
Nothing but fight rigging.
here's what I have noticed, all right, from being in the line of work that I do. Here's what I've noticed. I noticed that one or more of you seems to have friendly contacts within an organized crime group known as the Xanthar. Okay? That's the first thing or was it the other ones?
No, it's the Zentar.
No, it's
It's
Xanthar.
The Xanthar.
We know this.
I know that you're trying to run a shady gambling operation fixing fights with somebody who doesn't even know how to lose one. And I saw you guys stealing a cask of ale from a relatively respectable tavern while we were on a legitimate mission where we were going to get paid anyway. So I'm going to ask you again, what the fuck are you and your friends involved in?
What do you mean? I'm not involved in anything. They're the ones that are. There's the one that.
Oh,
I'm just a gambler. That's all I am.
It's all them.
Well, they're the ones that. They're the ones that.
That's your only involvement.
The
Yes,
only
it's
involvement
all
I
them,
have.
you're just a gambler.
I'm a gambler.
All right, look. I'll go ahead and tell you what kind of work that I do. All right. I work for an organization that keeps tabs on threats to this city. Now, for the most part, we don't worry about little petty crimes and misdemeanors. We leave that to the guards. We deal with more existential threats, as you might imagine, magical threats, cataclysmic events, things like that. But crime, after a certain extent, can be a threat to a city and its citizens. So we are involved in counter-crime measures. I am involved in counter-crime measures. So even if I did know Thieves' Cant, even if that was a thing that I could teach you, why would I? What are you going to do with it?
I could be helpful for anything else that can be later on. That's what I feel. But again, I can always do a job for you if you want. I'll do it. I'll give you gold. I'll do a trade. I'll help you in anything that you need.
I can make gold doing honest work. And as it turns out, that honest work sometimes involves knowing thieves' camp.
You just proved to me that you knew thieves' camp.
I don't need your gold. Honestly, I mean, that's one of the tools of my trade. It's not something that I would go teaching somebody unless I knew exactly what their intentions were. And based on some of the things that I've seen from you and Arlo and Bill in particular, I'm happy to adventure with you guys. I know that a good party is hard to find, and you just tend to roll with whoever you're rolling with until it doesn't work anymore. But I have some major misgivings about this whole thing. And part of the reason I stay involved with you people is to keep an eye on you. And I think Arlo knows that, and now you know that.
He is Arlo.
He's Arlo.
Oh, I am Arlo.
I think Oz knows that, and I think you know that. All right? Just don't make a lot of trouble in my city. Like I said, some kinds of trouble, not my problem. That's really the guards thing. If you get in trouble with them, that's on you. You make sure you do not cause enough trouble that it becomes my concern. Is that clear?
That's fine with me.
Now, I'm not necessarily saying I would never teach you thieves' camp, because I think when it gets right down to it, you're probably a good person. And if I were thinking about inducting you into my line of work, I probably would teach you thieves' camp. I'm just not convinced that you would want to do it or that you could handle it at this time. But who knows what the future holds, right? You're the one with the deck of cards. I'm just some thief, apparently.
I didn't say that you were a thief. I said you work for nobles.
No, it's fine. It's fine. For the record, I've never worked for any nobles prior to being involved in my current line of work. I did do some crime, and you know what, Arlo? Sometimes crime does pay. Sometimes it pays really well.
Crime pays more than being a guard.
Until you get caught, or until you hurt someone or steal from someone that you didn't realize that you were hurting or stealing from.
Sounds like you done something that you hurt a family member or a friend.
I've done a few things I'm not proud of, Arlo, and that's part of the reason why I do what I do. And I don't want to see you make the same mistakes that I've made. I don't want to see Oz do that, and I don't want to see Bill do that, because it's not a good road.
I understand.
Are we clear?
I'm clear with that.
All right, let's go drink with our friends.
All right. Well, what does everyone else do while these two slip off to yell at each other in an alley?
He was yelling. I was caught.
No, that was great, guys. But what does everyone else do while they're up to that?
Eating.
Okay, yeah. So I think maybe in the middle of that, we just like pan random. Like when it gets tense, we just pan to Bill and Mel, like sitting there with two sandwiches, just like nodding and eating. Like,
You know what?
good sandwich.
And you know what? I think Beatrice is probably going to be drinking more heavily than she usually does, and she's probably a little sloppy drunk, so she's probably flirting with Mr. Neverember if he's sitting at the table. Like,
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. All right. So
drunk girls. Oh,
yeah. What I want to do, actually, is go away. I think I had sent some possible, because I knew this type of thing would come up, right? I had sent some possible drinking rules to Oz.
Me.
Yep.
You're the reason why we have to have a rule.
Right.
Well, just because I wanted mechanics for it, right?
Yeah.
To see how it would.
Yes, dice mechanics.
I
for
found
alcohol.
these on TikTok from somebody and
Very
kind of tweaked them a little bit.
heck yeah.
So
They're gonna make my life so much harder.
yeah, I'm gonna pop these in the Roll20 chat. So, the PC can consume a number of drinks equal to double their Constitution mod without penalty. After those drinks, they will be sufficiently tipsy and loose, like you're feeling buzzed, but you're basically fine, right? You can choose to stop there. At the end of each additional drink, A player must succeed a Constitution saving throw with a DC starting at 11 and increasing by 1 for each drink thereafter. The DM determines when to make saves based on you describing your habits and whatever. If you pass the con save, your PC may keep drinking and or functioning as a drunk PC. If you fail, you pass out and take a long rest immediately. If you roll a nat 1 on any con save, not only do you pass out, but you have to make another con save determining if you vomit before you pass out. The PC in both situations can be woken up with a jarring action such as a slap or cold water. However, you will have the poison condition for a number of hours equal to the number of drinks you consumed. And then upon completing a long rest, you make a final con save to determine if you're hungover. The DC of this save is the same as the DC you failed to pass the night before. If you fail that final save, you have the poison condition for a number of hours equal to half the drinks you consumed.
Okay.
So that seems kind of
at
interesting.
4 drinks, Beatrice gets tipsy.
Right.
And then for every additional drink beyond 4,
She'll make a con
she's got to
save.
start making these saves and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I have a constitution of that, I only get. Oh, okay, I understand now. All right.
Yeah. So you double your Constitution modifier. That's how many drinks you can have, and just be, fine and loose and feeling good. So.
Bill is not a cheap date, ladies and gentlemen.
So
He is
Beatrice,
gone the next minute.
are you at 4 drinks or below it, like that you're just kind of like, fine, or have you gone above?
Oh.
How many
let's
drinks have
see.
you had, Dog?
I kind of want to roll. So we'll say we're on number 5, maybe.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's do it. So make a DC 11 Constitution save.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna fail.
Sipping that Holden Red.
Yeah, Constitution save. There you go.
Boop.
19. Nope, you're still good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you're in control of your faculties. You're not passed out. And yeah, so I think we'll also say that, Rainier is in a similar state. So make a, here's what I want to do. Here's the degenerate scenario I want to play out. I want you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're drunk, but I'm going to make him make like a wisdom saving throw. Also with disadvantage.
Also with disadvantage
because
because he's drunk.
Right.
I like
So
it.
like
I like
it has the potential to go really well for one or really bad for everyone, or yeah.
Both gets 1.
Persuasion, disadvantage.
Persuade. How do I do disadvantage?
You just click on
You just click it
persuasion
and we'll take the
roll
lower
dice
number.
for the second one. Or the lower one, rather.
Okay, lower is an 11. Where is? Is this? No, that's not his.
You should come back to my place.
All right. And wisdom save for him with disadvantage is a 12. Okay, wow, he barely is. Okay,
Barely
so
escaped
I
you.
think at this point, like because
You're
they're
too
so
drunk.
close, like I think he's interested but not ready to pull the trigger, right? So I think he's like,
He's like, no,
He's like,
you're drunk.
listen, we're
He's trying to
both
play chivalrous about it.
drunk. It's
We all-
not
we
right.
all know what we want.
Take a rain. I know I said it before. We've just got Floon back when no one's thinking straight. How about lunch after you view the place tomorrow? What do you say? Get
Yes.
to know each other properly, yeah?
Then you can see how good my clothes look on the floor.
Good, you're what now?
My clothes look on the floor.
And he blushes a deep red at that. His pale white skin becomes much redder.
Like it's a Rainier check.
Yeah. Oh! Nice.
Not in
Nice.
the bar.
I didn't
Somebody
put in my
clip that.
rim shot sound, but I should have. Okay, and I think maybe that's where we'll draw to a close on the evening. You guys.
Wait, was Penitence there?
Oh yeah, right. I did forget Penitence. Okay.
We don't have to spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah, I think Penitence is there.
Okay, I'll sidle up, buy her a drink. I've already spent my gold in this place, so I
Right.
should be able to,
Yeah.
I should put that on my tab.
So she sort of looks over and sees you come up and says, "Oh, hey there. Well, I see you and your friends were successful."
It's a mixed bunch, but it's a successful bunch. We seem to have a bit of a vibe going. You know how groups of adventurers are. We just kind of fell together. and are running in a pack until whatever happens.
She says, yep, I do know how that goes.
What about you? What have you been up to lately?
She sort of looks over and you see another motley crew of adventurers that you recognize as sort of her crew hanging out. And she says, we had an escort mission.
Oh God, I hate those.
Yeah, it went all right. Coin was good. Not too much trouble. Just some bandits. We were able to handle them quite effectively. So
yeah, you seem like you'd be able to handle that pretty effectively.
Yeah. No. Is that so?
I mean, yeah. Look at you.
Yeah, and for the folks at home, do I have penitence in here? I don't think I do. Dang. Okay. I will try and get her, mini up for folks at home. But so Penitence is a tiefling with sort of like grayish skin. She kind of has dreaded hair that is like purple on top and then black kind of going down. Her, curly horns. She's wearing like this choker with like this red jewel on it. And she carries a scimitar at her hip. And she certainly is an intimidating woman. So
yeah, so that's what he says. He's like, I mean, yeah, you're fucking terrifying. I mean, yeah, I would imagine you'd handle yourself pretty well.
Well, one does one's best.
I almost want to barge in because I'm like super drunk.
Go for
it. Beatrice like stumbles in. She's like in this conversation. She's like, "Oh my goodness, who is this terrifyingly beautiful goddess?"
This terrifyingly beautiful goddess is my friend Penitence. Penitence, this is Beatrice. She is one of the individuals that I roll with, I guess you could say. Makes a really fine honey and is working on a recipe for mead.
Oh yeah, I do that. She's like shuffling through her bag and she's like, "Here, take a jar."
Oh, I see. Why, thank you. And she takes the jar. She looks a little suspicious at it at first, but she tucks it into her sack. Her satchel.
I'm gonna go. You have fun. Wink. And then just like.
I see. Well, your
I want to apologize for picking the worst wing woman ever. I didn't know she was gonna be like that.
She says, well, it seems par for the course for adventurers. And then she looks over at her crew, and one of them is like fallen off their stool and is trying to get back on it, Meanwhile, one of the other ones is like threatening to duel someone else nearby, So she says,
I mean, you got to manage your stress somehow. It's a hard job, right?
Yeah, certainly. She says, well, don't be a stranger, but on that note, she sort of walks, she's like, kind of nods her head and gestures over towards the guy about to get into a fight and says, I should probably, and...
It's okay, go play mom. I know how it is sometimes.
Yeah, so she walks over and starts trying to break up the fight. Okay, and I think
that'll probably turn in.
Okay, and I think that's where we'll leave the evening, so you guys return, those of you to the blue door, the rest of you return to, Redbeard and Beatrice return to your spots, and you all have directions. I'm sorry, Oz, yeah.
Yeah, just nothing serious, just a quick, fade cut of Oz is just sitting on one of the docks, looking out towards the sea with his bottle of wine, just kind of in his lap, and it fades out to black.
Is there enough left on my gold piece to stay the night in the inn?
Sure. That's fine.
I only had a drink or two. So yeah, as I go up the stairs, I'm gonna kind of give Penitence a wink and then go up the stairs as if to indicate, hey, I have a room.
I see. Yeah, sure. Make a persuasion check, I guess.
All right. A persuasion check, I guess, he says. All right. Not high.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Do I have inspiration? Do I have inspiration?
I mean,
I'm not gonna. Okay. Even if I did, I'm not gonna burn on this. That's fine.
Yeah. I think she's too distracted. The fight actually does break out, and she's got to drag her friend out of the bar. So I don't even know if she notices as she's dragging.
That's fair.
Dragging her party is being kicked out. So
Nobody's getting late.
okay. Everyone's just frustrated tonight. Sorry, folks. And so, we fade to black. The morning dawns. Some of you are maybe hungover. Well, no, I don't know that anyone is hungover unless they want to be, because you didn't actually drink enough to probably
I
get there.
think Beatrice is probably gonna wake up and be something along the lines of like, "Oh my God, did I tell him my clothes look better on the floor? No.
What have I done?
What have I done?"
Yeah, so you guys make your way then the following morning to Troll Skull Manor, where you are supposed to meet Volo outside. So also he meets you with a you see someone you don't recognize wearing sort of magister's robes, who's probably the notary, is a tiefling fellow, hopefully oh no, tiefling woman, I'm sorry. Hopefully he's you think is gonna transfer the deed if you guys accept the property. So yeah. And so leads you to Troll Skull Manor, which they did not furnish me with a description of until the next chapter, even though you're supposed to accept it. This chapter. Way to go, adventure. Okay, so Troll Skull Manor. Let's take a quick journey here, everybody, over to the map screen, and we will pop on over to do I have Troll Skull Alley? I do. Okay, so no, I need to go to the map of Waterdeep is where I need to go. There it is. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so everybody, Troll Skull Alley is where Troll Skull Manor is, and we're gonna bloop put it on the map layer. So the yawning, it is quite a ways away from the yawning portal, right? The yawning portal, friends, is down here, right? In the northern section of the dock ward near Castle Waterdeep. But Troll Skull Alley is all the way in kind of the northwestern part of the North Ward. Just a few blocks away from the Field Ward. So it is all the way up here, friends.
Is my house in the North Ward?
Yes, your house is kind of here near the southern part of the North Ward, I believe. Yeah, so Beatrice's place is right near the City of the Dead. In the southern part of the North Ward.
So it's in the North Ward, but
oh
it's
yeah,
like
I can actually put Beatrice's place on the map. Bloop, bloop.
Do you make it to the Cloud District? Or what am I saying?
Beatrice, your place is you're at number 4 on the map. Actually, I should just put it on from the map. I should put it onto the token layer.
All the way down there.
Yeah.
I see.
And then the rest of you guys, your current alley where you normally live, the Blue Door Tenement, is here. Not too far from the yawning portal. And then Redbeard, your place was on Simple Street.
David, would you click that again for me? Where our house is.
Yeah,
okay, thank
there's
you.
a
Bill
3 on it.
Yeah, Bill is clicking it. It's right there. Okay. So it's a good ways away and in a much nicer part of town. So you guys, it may be tough to read, but here's Troll Skull Alley, right? There is Beatrice's current place, the yawning portal, Redbeard's place, and the tenement. So, okay. So it's a bit of a trek over there, to the North Ward. Do they have a fucking description of this place anywhere in this dang building? They really, really don't. All right. So one slight deficiency in this thing. So you come to the manor house, and you see, for fuck's sake, it's this kind of historic building. It does look a little run down from the outside. And my God. So it's this. It's got like a green roof. It has a tower in one corner of it that it's about 3 stories tall. Has quite a number of rooms in it, and it's also it's in this area called Troll Skull Alley, and there are a number of nice shops and things around. There's kind of all sorts of interesting looking little little places here you may want to explore later on. We'll probably take some time and do that. So, 4 stories tall. There's balconies, turrets, 5 chimneys. It looks very grand, although it is run down and not in the best shape as of right now. So, I am going to go ahead and also drag everyone over to the map of it for you guys to...
You should probably change it.
Skull Manor.
I'm so glad I put on a clean shirt.
Okay.
Here we go again. Is that a brand new shirt, Bill?
I mean, the tailor, it's bulk discount. It just makes sense.
Okay, so I want to go to my
understand, man.
PC sheets and get all of you guys.
No.
I was going to buy a new jacket with the 100 gold we were going to get, but we see how that worked out.
I'm just dragging you guys in a random order here. Can everybody see some of what's going on at all?
I can
Yes.
see Pepper.
Yeah, you can all see through Pepper. Okay, cool.
Just a little bit.
This is not necessarily how you guys are standing or anything like that. I'm just kind of dragging you over here so you can take a look around. We'll give you Pepper here. Okay, so
And we have all completed a long rest.
you have all completed a long rest. Yes, that is correct. Did somebody roll a history check, Redbeard? I'm assuming you were trying to see what you know about.
If I know anything about this area or the house, but
Yeah.
the roll wasn't great.
Yeah, the North Ward has a reputation. It's where most of the noble manor houses are. This particular part of it is decent. It's nice. There's, some nice shops. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of crime or criminal elements here or anything like that.
Does the
nice
house
place.
seem significantly more or less run down than the rest of this area?
Yes, it is more run down than the rest of the area, for sure.
Okay. So I'm going to look at Volo and I'm going to say, all right, Volo, this is interesting. How long have you had this little vacation spot in your possession?
Oh, well, you see, just a couple of months.
Couple of months. How long have you been trying to sell it to anyone?
No, well, I had bought it hoping it might be of interest or use for my next book, but...
Wait, what do you mean you bought it? Didn't you say you wanted it on a gamble?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I won it. I was gambling for it.
Well,
it
I'm sure
was
he doesn't want to say
desirable. I
that.
thought it might be useful for a chapter in my next book, but...
You can't deceive a gambler.
Look,
Oh,
man,
that's interesting.
do you have any idea how much shit I'm running right now, right? In addition to this game of D&D and the stream and all of the tech that runs all of it, sometimes
Red
I
Beard's
don't
going to
remember
say,
things
that's
that I
interesting.
say.
What was the book going to be about?
Yeah, Volo. What was the book going to be about?
He says,
What's in the box, man?
well, I'm branching out from my usual creatures and critters into historical places, and this was kind of an interesting...
Was it going to be called Volo's Guide to Shitty Houses?
Well, take a look inside.
Oh,
I have a feeling you
skipping out
may...
on a bill.
Listen, don't make judgments before you see the insides, okay?
Volo, I apologize to my friends. I don't mean to make any judgments. I am curious about the history and especially the value of the place. Now, have you spoken to the appraiser?
He says, let's take a look inside. And he opens the door.
Not really answering
I'm
the
going to
question.
take that as a no,
I want
Volo.
inside.
I just want you to be aware of that.
I want to do.
Well,
this.
okay, so he gestures inside and walks in.
Sure. I'll go ahead and
My
follow.
name-
Are
Beatrice.
Rainier and Floon
Oh, wait, we gotta...
with us?
Okay. Yes, Rainier and Floon are with you, and with an insight check, he is 100% lying about what his book was going to be about.
You're
So-
lying. You're 100% lying. What was the book going to be on?
Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage from your nat 20 of...
Yeah.
or an intimidate, whatever you think.
And if
is
honeyed
relevant here.
words
It's
don't
going to be a
work,
2 either way.
It is going to be a 2
Okay,
either way.
so it doesn't matter.
You know what? Okay, hold on. If it's an intimidate, I'll be like, bee stings are pretty inconsequential when it's just one bee. But like if 100 bees sting you at once, that's pretty bad.
It's pretty fatal.
It's
Yeah.
pretty fatal.
No, she's right. It's pretty deadly.
So, you
Can-
know, you
can
should go ahead and
Bill
tell me what that
assist?
book was going to be.
She already
about.
has advantage, Bill, so no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for RP you can with a with a 9. With a 9, he says, "Don't threaten me right here in the street, okay? Listen, this place is worth quite a bit." He walks inside as he's saying this. If anyone will bother to walk inside.
Yeah,
I
Oz is
will-
following
No, I'll
him.
follow him.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. So what you guys see is that the bottom floor of this manor is a tavern. You're in the tap room of a tavern that is not currently like operable, right? So when you arrive, you see like some broken furniture, some tarnished silverware, casks of wine that have kind of soured
Vinegar.
over a while. It clearly hasn't been in use for several years. Some worthless like trash and stuff. But like it's a nice small sized tavern, right? And so you would know if you were like just buying. I mean, like you'll have to, if you wanted to, right? If you were to make this into something, you'd have to invest some gold into it. But like it would be a few thousand gold, like even just for the condition that this building is in, for the real estate and the building having already been built. Like it's worth certainly more than a few hundred gold. Now, it's in not the greatest shape, right? And so he says, "This Trollskull Manor was a reputable tavern here, and unfortunately fell on some hard times before I acquired it. But certainly a building like this is more than a fair payment for the service that you have done. And you could always sell it yourself and just take the cash."
Bill, can my room
This
be the
looks like
tower
shit.
room?
Oh, sure.
And there are more floors to it, right? So you can't get to the upper floors from here. You have to go outside and around up the stairs so that patrons don't like have access. It's not an inn and tavern at this point. It's just a tavern, and then the owners used to live above the tavern. So.
See,
Bill,
Volo,
maybe
here's
you-
part of my concern. I'm honestly worried about the resale value of this place, which is part of why I wanted to know how long you've been sitting on it and whether you've tried to sell it, because you wanted it in a gambling game. Obviously, it was something that wasn't valuable enough to somebody that they weren't willing to lose it for a little bit of nothing.
And I want to know if I can have the
what's the
tower
rub
room.
here, man? You've already made it clear that you're willing to deceive us to get us to do a job without really having the money to pay out. So I want to know what's going on with this house, and I want the truth, Volo.
Yeah, he says, "No, I hadn't tried to sell it because I thought I could use it for research for my next book."
Right. What did you say that was about again?
He finally breaks down and says, "All right, fine. The book was going to be about spirits and specters. The rumor is that it
Spirits
is haunted.
inspectors.
But you are
you know,
capable
the place is
adventurers.
kinda-
You went and kicked the Xanathar's Guild right in their teeth and beat their ass. So you certainly could handle a simple ghost."
Volo, you misunderstand me. You misunderstand me. Now, even if this place weren't haunted, I could see it being good source material for a book about spooky, creepy places. I mean, it's a little run down. It's in a nicer part of town. It's a little dark and dingy. It maybe has like who knows what kind of history, really. But as a writer, I'm sure you wouldn't want to like put yourself in danger by being in an actually haunted house, right? So, I mean, do you think this place is really haunted?
He says, "Well, it was certainly creepy, and I didn't want to shell out the coin to hire anyone to investigate it with me. I'm not sure. It's what the rumor is, but I can't really confirm that. Do any of your friends talk or make decisions, or just you? Does he speak for all of you?"
Well, I want to have the tower room for my room.
The rest of us are too mad.
Oz is looking around the
I'm just
bar.
trying to figure out what you got.
I look.
He says,
I
"Look,
look
if you don't
at
want the
Oz,
place,
and I
I
say
don't
to
have to
Oz-
give it to you. I have some royalty payments coming in from the book, The Guide to Monsters. In a few weeks, I'm sure I can squeeze it together. Maybe skip a few nights out with the fellas and get you the money. Okay?"
You know what?
I look.
You know what, guys? How do you like this place?
I look
I
to
think
Oz
it's
and I
neat.
whispered to him. I said, "We can make a bar here, and we can gamble as well."
A lot of money that can be made
In
in
the
this place.
North
Lots.
District.
I say we take it.
I'm gonna say we take it.
Oh, I am
wanna
relieved to
take
hear
it
that. I'm
if-
sorry, I did not mean to deceive you.
Whoa,
My friend
whoa.
was missing. So, I was
We-
desperate and worried for him.
There's 6 of us. If we all decide to take it, then we all decide to take it. If the other 4 say no, we don't. I'm sorry.
Is a team matter. We are a unit.
Don't about 2/3 of us live in like a crappy apartment on kind of a shabby side of town?
Absolutely. This isn't very much an upgrade.
But it
for
does
us.
have a blue
Yeah.
door.
It does have a blue door.
We
You can
do
paint the
things.
door any
That's
color you want. Paint
That's
is
the-
not
I
that
don't, I
expensive.
don't, I don't think I've actually been there. Low key, Redbeard has absolutely like had low key stalked and like cased out his friends a little bit, so he does know where they live.
Oz looks over at Red suspiciously. Once like, it does have a blue door. How did-
Wait.
Hmm. Okay.
Would I be able to know it with Arcana, or can I do an Arcana check to see if this place was actually haunted, or?
I'm gonna say I don't think so. I think you would need
I
to
think you have to cast a spell.
have like
to
there
do
would be
that.
spells that would reveal
Oh,
invisible
yeah.
creatures.
There's a-
There would be, so I think given that,
You can maybe do an
Um,
investigation check. Check under the tables and see if the grudge girl comes crawling out from any
Right.
under any of them.
yeah.
I'll
So okay, so what
investigate.
you guys see here, right? You see one of the chimneys. There are most of these tables and chairs and stools and stuff aren't really functional much at this point. But they're, a layout of where tables and chairs and stuff could go. Behind the bar, there is a hatch to the basement and a pantry, which has its own exit to the outside. There's a kitchen with its own oven and its own, way outside down there. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, dynamic lighting. I don't need any of this, and I don't think I'm ever going to. So I'm just gonna delete this dynamic lighting so you guys can see shit. Because I don't think it's useful or
Okay, so
necessary. Okay.
here's what Redbeard is going to suggest. He's going to say, "Look, guys, let's at least check the place over. Let's inspect it for any obvious signs of disrepair, because that's going to make the biggest financial difference as to whether or not we want this place. And then let's all make a decision together. Does that sound fair?"
Great idea. I have a thought. While we are investigating, Floon, you said you were looking for inspiration on your book of ghouls and goblins and ghosts and whatnot. You should come with us. And so should Floon and Rainier. It'll be a fun family experience.
I think Rainier has better lodgings than a dilapidated mansion.
I'm not asking him to live here. I'm asking him to check it out with us because we're all friends, right?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You got it.
Oop.
I'm going to burn my inspiration to make it
Okay.
just a regular check.
Sure. Let her rip.
What the fuck?
Oh no!
Oop.
Oh man, wait.
The now one.
With a nat one, Rainier and Floon are standing outside, and they sort of look at you, look at each other, and right. No, I think I'm all right out here.
We saved both of your lives.
and Floon says,
And we're not trying to lose them so soon.
right? Yeah, and Floon says, listen, it's just not my kind of scene. You understand?
Floon, you are a son of a bitch and a coward. You always have been. And
And he
Hey,
says,
whoa,
he
hey.
says, he just pipes up and says, "That's not what your sister said the other night."
I don't have a sister, you son of a bitch! And slaps him.
And he looks at you see him give a curious look to Rainier when you say that. Okay, so you guys want to see the rest of the place, yeah?
Why is there somebody going around saying she's Oz's sister?
Okay.
My God.
Mel is definitely looking for the tower. Tell me about the dragon, who all is there? There's a dragonborn. No, who did you say the other
Okay,
person
so
was?
the people who are there, obviously all of you guys, Volo, Rainier, and Floon, and a tiefling magister is waiting outside to witness the deed transfer if you guys decide to accept the property.
Okay.
So a female tiefling in like magistrate robes.
Okay. Well, excuse me, I'm not Beatrice. Mel wants to go to the tower room. So are you saying she has to go outside to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna take you guys up there if you're willing. You want to go to the second floor? We'll take you to the second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
floor.
let's take a tour.
Okay,
Let's take a little
so
tour through the place.
the second floor.
Arrangement with
I'm
a bunch
gonna-
of churlish, insubordinate liars.
Is that? I mean, you're gonna see the whole thing anyway, so I don't really see any need to keep most of it from you. Okay, all right. So so the second floor. Let me get up and do the stuff here. Okay, pretty much the rest of this, we'll just do this quickly. So pretty much the rest of this place is empty except for like cobwebs, dust, and like some harmless like rats, more or less. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal the whole thing to you guys, okay? Bloop, there it is. So, I am gonna also go to my layer, and you guys can change the function of any of these rooms as well. But I'm gonna put basically everything on the map layer as well, so you can see what their labels are, what they're supposed to be. Bloop. Did I get everything I needed? Yes. Okay. So the bottom floor, the main room is the tap room. There's the pantry and the kitchen. There's a hatchment to the basement, which I believe is this ale cellar down in the corner. There is, on the second floor, you guys are in the common room. There is like a den area in one part of the tower here. There's a balcony out there. There's a bedroom, a spare room that could be like a storage room. There's like a hallway leading those things together. On the third floor, there's a bedroom with its own private bathroom next to the tower. This would probably be the bedroom that would have access to the higher levels of the tower if someone wanted. Like the turret peak is just a very small little thing, right? But this bedroom right here has a private bath, its own chimney, right? Which I think connects to this chimney down here. I believe those are on the same. Like all these chimneys, they don't all have entrances at each floor, right? But they're designed to like let the heat out throughout the house, basically. There is what clearly used to be like a library and study. There's like a master bedroom across the way with its own private bath. There's an attic bedroom and storage. So altogether there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 things that were already bedrooms, but the library could easily be converted into rooms. One of the spare rooms, the attic storage could, depending on what you guys want to do with it all. So even the den, could be as well.
So here's kind of what I would like to do as we're going through this place. I'm just kind of keeping an eye around, both for, again, obvious signs of disrepair, anything that would take a lot of money to fix that needs to be fixed, and also any signs of arcane or supernatural activity. So like weird symbols or circles, any like wads of ectoplasm laying around, anything along those lines. I'm just kind of like, as I go through this place, I'm just sort of like listening to any, like whoever is telling us what's supposed to be, what the rooms are supposed to be for, the history of the place. But really, I'm kind of tuning that out and looking for signs that the building is falling apart and or that there are ghosts or something in it.
Yeah, so we'll say that's a. Wait, where did you guys?
Yeet Fleet Raid.
Really? Shit, you're done. Well, damn, you're done already, homie. Well, welcome to the Raiders. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeet Fleet.
Awesome, folks.
How you guys
we
doing?
did. We just got raided. I don't think
yeah.
my raid notification went off. I'm not sure if it did, but anyway. Well, thank y'all.
What's good, Yeet Fleet?
With a party of 19, 18.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo.
welcome. How was the stream, buddy? So, as you are looking around with your investigation, it would be investigation check, Redbeard. Yeah. So,
Welcome to the club.
you don't see any structural damage. The building seems like it's in decent shape. There's no, sagging floors, no issues with the roof, really. It just is kind of, there's cobwebs and stuff. Things have not really been kept up. Right. But I mean, overall, it's mostly in decent shape other than just disuse. And then, you don't see any evidence of haunting at all.
The only thing that Mel is concerned about is getting up and looking at the tower. She's not paying a whole lot of attention to anything. And she saw what Bill
Okay.
wrote in the bedroom, and she is not having it. That was Mel's room. Nuh-uh.
Oh, you didn't want, I thought you wanted the one in the tower.
I was
So-
I was
the closest
I
one
was
to the tower.
I was
The-
thinking I wanted the attic, but if I take the master bedroom, it'll be real close to the library. So because I want to be real close to the library.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
the
and you guys
library
can
may
kind
end
of
up being a bedroom.
decide. We don't have to decide on stream right now, like what every room in the place is going to end up being. So
Since we haven't accepted the property yet.
because there's not
That's a-
6 bedrooms in it, right? So you'll have to convert some of the rooms to other things. You know.
Oh, I'm not sleeping here.
So the fight
Yeah.
about that is going to happen off.
Yeah, I think
line, is
let's
what you're
handle that
saying.
off stream. We'll assume that we
Or
can,
at least after we accept the property.
right. But yeah, so you guys can handle all that off stream, and maybe we'll try and set up an extra meeting to talk about that. Or you guys can do it in your general.
I mean, 2 of us already live elsewhere, so I mean,
Yeah.
the Blue Door crew could just become the haunted house crew. Y'all can let us know if it's haunted.
So, yeah,
I hit Bill, not like hit him, but like I shoved my elbow a little bit to like get his attention. Hey Bill. And I whispered to him, we can have the fights in the back.
It's not a bad idea, Big Blue. Yeah, we'll get this place making some money. I think I know a few people who could help with that.
Yargra can definitely help with people as well.
Perception
Oh, yeah.
check to hear any of this.
yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
God, I am rolling garbage tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you notice it.
All right.
I also told Oz about the selling alcohol here.
Well, whatever you do, just don't let him get high on his own supply.
Right. You're gonna find out.
Hang on, guys. I'm getting some crazy music from somewhere. I don't know where or why. Oh, okay. I'm getting sorry. There was like a happy birthday music playing. I think I accidentally turned it on when I didn't mean to.
Oops.
So, RIP. Sorry about that. We're obviously technical shit all the time in this show, but we do our best. Okay. So, yeah, Skull, you were talking to Oz, and then someone else was talking. I'm sorry. I got completely sidetracked.
I kind of like motioned to Oz to come into the little circle or the little between me and Bill.
Conversation.
The little conversation. The AB conversation that
Oh,
we're
we've got a
having.
little criminal huddle here.
Yeah.
I was just telling Bill that that he can do the fights in the back.
Yeah, I could definitely see.
Yeah,
room
we
for
get
that. Maybe there's a storage room in the attic that we could use as well.
Yeah, we can do that too.
And if all else, we could probably even dig out a little bit of the cellar.
I like that. The big thing is we'll need some gold, but I'm thinking up a plan as we speak. So don't worry.
Okay.
So
I got you.
As they're having this conversation, since we're obviously left out of it, Redbeard's gonna kind of like nudge Beatrice a little bit and say, "So this mentor of yours, does he have any enemies besides his in-laws?"
It does. Hold on. I feel like I would know this, but like, do I need to roll a thing? What do you think?
No, I can just tell you. Not that you're
Or anything
aware
that she
of.
would know of.
No, I mean, there's no other like rival, like honeymakers or anything. So no, you can't really think of any reason why. You know.
No, there's no rival competition in the honey making business, so I don't think there's anything in that regard. The in-laws are being a little sketch, but I don't really know if I would count them as enemies. I think they were just.
You said you went to the wedding. How were her parents acting at the wedding?
How were they acting?
So yeah, his in-laws. It's obviously it's her parents. It's clear to everyone they don't like him very much.
Oh, snide comments here and there, backhandedness. They didn't like him very much.
They didn't like him very much, you say?
No. Probably wanted more for their daughter to be married to someone who sells honey at a stand in the trade.
What's their station in life? Do you know?
I think they are higher class than he is.
Higher class.
So nobles or fringe nobles, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Not pleasant people.
Well, I'm not ruling out the possibility that he actually ran off. But it seems like the most likely lead we have at the moment is that this woman's mama didn't like him.
Right.
And you'd be amazed what somebody would do in a circumstance like that.
Yeah, and it's weird because even if there was no love between his wife and his children and all of that, and he wanted a fresh start, that stand was his life. The bees I have are technically his, but I have sort of trained them and they've bonded to me, so they're mine now. And so I can't see him abandoning that for somebody that
somebody abandoning
know.
their wife is one thing. Somebody abandoning their livelihood, that's a whole. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but
he didn't just abandon a family; he abandoned me too.
At any rate, at the moment, my greatest suspicion rests with the in-laws, and aside from that, he probably did whatever they say he did.
Yeah, you should probably definitely go speak.
Those are the two biggest possibilities, but anything's possible, I guess. I would be very interested to look further into the situation. For a friend.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. And so I think if it's okay with you guys to make your way back down to where Volo and friends are.
The one parting remark that Bill gives to Oz and Arlo after they've come to a apparent agreement.
Listen, it's gonna be Mel's house too. She's got no part of the crime. You understand me?
I understand that.
Okay.
Mel should get whatever room she wants.
You best believe it.
Mel dancing.
And whenever she says something, we listen to her, and we always we have to respect her no matter what.
What if she asks you to stop doing crimes?
Oh no.
Anyway, so I think you guys make your way back down. Once you've investigated the place, it's basically full of some broken down furniture, cobwebs and dust and some rats and stuff. So other than that, you find Volo waiting outside with everyone else, and he says, "Oh, so, well, what do you think of the place?"
Well, take it.
Wait.
Group vote.
Group vote.
Personally hate it, but I do want it. I mostly just hate you.
Mel was practically skipping and so excited she did, although I didn't take my thing there. She went and looked. She found the room. She's excited. So she's tripping along, comes down the stairs, around the house, bounces up to the group of people. But when she sees Volo and the woman, she does that funny thing again. She stops and she spaces out. She just goes blank for a minute.
Mel, are you okay? Mel, and Oz kind of shakes her shoulder.
Well, sure. Yes, I'm very excited about getting to be in the attic room. The tower, I like that. It will be nice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, but if you're in agreement, I think the rest of us are.
Well, I think it has possibilities.
Same here.
I ask what's his name again?
Volo?
Volo. I asked him if we accept this house, would you be able to help us would you be able to help us furnish the rooms?
He sort of chuckles and says, listen, the house itself would be worth several thousand gold. You're already making out ahead on this deal as far as I'm concerned, so...
Yeah, but
no.
we don't even know what's...
Arlo, I can afford to furnish the rooms. Don't worry about it.
So we're all in agreement?
I'll make
got no leg in
curtains.
this
I'll admit
race.
that I'm curious enough about this place to accept it as payment for a debt.
Just, you guys, if you're going to live here, just don't bust holes in the walls. This place is already dilapidated as it is.
Oh, I'm smashing that wall between the. There's a bedroom right next to another bedroom. I'm getting rid of that wall.
I mean, like, with shenanigans. Like, if you're planning on making a room a bigger room, go by all means. But if you're...
It sounds like
If
he's
you're
doing that
doing
for
shenanigans.
I'm talking some home improvement up in this bitch.
Well, maybe get a contractor involved in that.
Red,
You know how it
Red,
is?
and Beatrice, would you come here too? Would you move here too?
As long as my sleep schedule isn't disturbed with shenanigans, I maybe could.
Well, if I get the bedroom next to the attic room, well, there can be a bed in there for you too. So if you're there sometimes or whatever.
Yeah, we could have like a slumber party every now and then.
That would be
my
totally awesome.
my lifestyle and my job, I kind of sleep wherever I land. But I mean, I think it would be if we are gonna remain as a group, I guess it would be a good idea to have headquarters somewhere. We should probably
Slumber
all sit down and have a conversation at some point about what we are to each other. But I mean, worst case scenario, we decide we don't want it, we can sell it and split the gold. So I'm inclined to take this deal, to be perfectly honest.
I'll make curtains. Maybe.
I can mend the walls. So
Gonna make money.
and I can run the bar if it comes down to it.
Bill, how much money do you know? As many taverns as there are in this city, starting a tavern is almost never a bad business idea. So I'm for that. Bill, how much money do you like?
Wait, the mead. I can make mead.
That's
Cassava.
none of your
sell-
business.
You can sell your honey. You can sell the honey in the bar.
You can sell the honey and the honey mead. And maybe candies. I've been thinking about branching
Bill, do you
into
want
candies.
some money?
You make
Sure.
candy?
How much you got?
I mean, Bill, we've been adventuring together for a while. We've gotten out of some scrapes together. I mean, if you're hurting for money, I could just give you probably 25 gold.
Well, I always knew we were friends.
All right, so Redbeard is going to give Bill 25 gold.
Okay.
I really like candy a lot.
That's wonderful. Are you taking the place? Can we sign the paperwork?
Yes.
I have day drinking to do.
Yeah, you have more people.
I don't
Amen.
mean to. I don't mean to get to be mean
Bo
here.
is an author. He's destitute, probably.
Melt that wax. Come on.
Okay, so the
I'm saying he's destitute.
the magister, gets the paperwork out and says, yes, now, whose names will be on the deed?
Yo. I'll take
Oz
this
is
one.
very hesitant at that. He's like,
Hey,
oh,
Mel, do you know how to write?
Mel.
Mel,
Mel.
What?
do you know how to write?
I'm asking if you know how to write your name.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Okay, here's the dealio.
And Mel
I vote
actually
that Mel's
starts to
I
cry.
vote that Mel's name should be on the house. Magistrate. Could she just mark the page? Does she need to know how to write? You just need to be able to identify it as her signature, right?
I
Bill
think
is-
the magistrate says, yes, curious. Curious indeed. Well, I suppose if she can't write, blood will do.
Hold up. Hold the
No.
fuck up.
No.
Freeze. Everybody freeze. I happen to know something. I'm not sure how I know it, but what I know is you see these swirlies on the pads of everybody's fingers?
Yeah.
Orleans.
Swirlies,
Like
yeah.
looks at her finger.
The little
Hey,
lines.
yeah, there's some swirlies.
These are unique from person to person. So here's what I recommend. We stain Mel's thumb with ink. She presses it onto the signature line of that page. And magistrate, can that suffice as her signature?
The magistrate says, and I don't know.
These are
Listen,
unique.
shut up. The laws are the laws. Signatures or blood. Pick.
I'll
what
write
if
my
we
name.
just show her how to write and then she just
Look,
copies that?
I'll write my name.
Mel,
Mel should get the
you don't
house,
have to
right?
do this if you don't
Can
want
somebody
to.
else write Mel's name?
Look, it's nothing sinister. I'm a magistrate of the city. But if we don't have their signature in their handwriting and their true name, we need blood. The wizards can track people with this. It's perfectly above board. This is the way we do things here.
Being tracked by wizards doesn't seem like it should be above board.
Oh, shut
They're the
fuck up.
city's
Mel, are you
wizards.
comfortable with that?
Mel sticks out her finger.
Thank you. And she takes out a little ceremonial dagger that she has, and pricks Mel's thumb and just has you place blood on the paper where the signature goes. And then she says, "And what is your name?" As she gets a pen out, she'll write it next to it.
Mel.
Okay, very well. Any family name?
Bell.
All right, she writes Mel Bell down on the paper and says, "Excellent. And the only matter left to be addressed is the matter of the property tax. Typically 25 gold when it changes hand." And Volo pipes up and says, "It is. I understand it's traditional for the new owners, but no. In this case, I have put enough on these people." And he takes out 25 gold to give to the woman.
Thank you.
And she says,
Man, I was about to break it. Redbeard is like already pulling his purse out and then like
and then Volo says,
puts it away again.
Right,
as
very
soon as
well.
Volo speaks up.
He looks at you and says, "I apologize for my deception. Thank you so much for saving my friend. I must be getting on with my day. Rainier and Floon, are you coming?" And Rainier sort of looks over at Beatrice and kind of like cocks his eye and says,
It's a good line.
We gotta
no,
go.
I believe I have another engagement." And so, yeah, all right. So you guys are now the owners of Trollskull Manor. And what we are going to do next, now that you've sort of investigated the place a little bit, is we are going to move into a section of downtime. We may not get through all the downtime tonight. We'll see. I'm going to try. You're going to have about 4 weeks of downtime over the next little bit here. There are a number of interesting shops and people to meet. You may want to do some exploring here in the first week. That's, we'll do some montages. You may take a day and go meet everyone. We may do that. I know some of you have come to me with things that you and your characters want to do. And so what do you guys think you want to do? We can talk about what it will take to refurbish the place and get it back in running order. We can talk about, the downtime stuff that you guys want to do outside of that. There also may be in this next section some like side quests and some other things that will happen that will kind of go through.
We
do
need
you
a
guys have
break.
anything?
We
need
need
a
to
break.
have a-
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
fair enough. All right, folks, so we're going to take a quick break, about 5 minutes here while we sort of take a bio break and whatnot. So we will be back shortly. So I will catch you guys here in just a minute. Okay, so yeah, so how I guess let's collaborate on this a little bit. There are a couple of things on deck, right? There's the proper downtime mechanics for everybody. I know several of you have some like vignettes you want to do with other people. You guys may want to explore the area around Trollskull Manor called Trollskull Alley, which has, as I stated, quite a few shops, interesting NPCs and things like that to investigate. And then there may be some like side quests and other things that I kind of put in front of you. In terms of the rest of this session, we've got about an hour left. What do you guys want to jump into out of the stuff that I've kind of mentioned?
Okay, so my character has 3 major goals right now. 1, I would like to get, and I might have to draw on forced grade contacts to do this or something, I don't know, but I would like to get a wizard and a priest and as many of the party wants to be around and go ahead and spend a night in this manor, like go and Discovery Channel Ghost Hunters on the place or whatever the fuck the kids are watching these days. Like I just want to, like, let's walk through this place with some magically inclined people. Let's do some rituals. Let's do some scanning and let's figure out what we're dealing with because I sense that this place is haunted.
Hey, demons, it's me, your boy.
That's
It's
goal
me,
number
your
1.
boy.
Goal number 2, I want to help Beatrice investigate the situation with her mentor to the best of my abilities.
Okay.
And see if I have time for it. I want to do some looking into the cult that I've been investigating. I have a family name now and some other information to go on, so I want to continue with those leads. But the other 2 things are priority if I can't get to that last one. I feel like that's kind of a slow burn kind of thing.
Okay. Fair enough. And so that is like your proper downtime stuff, basically, right?
That is what those are my immediate goals.
I kind of feel like, I don't know if you guys are interested in this. I would like to maybe have you guys know what is around your area. So if it's okay with you, maybe take the time to sort of investigate the shops and stuff around.
I would probably nose around for at least a day. So if we want to do that as a group or as like a feature of this stream, then I'm fine with being involved in that.
Okay, the investigating the shops could kind of maybe work into what I wanted my downtime to be.
Okay.
Which you know what is, so do you think that would fit?
Yeah, sure.
What Mel would like to do is first and foremost, she's going to make the move into the new house and she has to deal with the original place that she had in the hillside. There's some things there that are hers. And so she's going to be making the move. And there are some things that she wants to accomplish, some projects, and she'll need to get some things for the projects. Not having a lot of money, she's going to need to bargain hunt. And also she'll be trying to work as much as possible at the Yawning Portal to make money. So I was thinking a week for shopping and 2 weeks for working and shopping and moving, and then 1 week for tinkering.
Right.
That's Mel.
Okay, so yeah, I think because I imagine sometime during the first week you all would spend a little time trying to get to know your neighbors and the area around where you guys are, right? So let's say, and it's not going to take anybody's first week except for Mel's because you're doing the shopping thing, right? So I'm going to just kind of drag you guys over.
Query, quandary, conundrum.
And I am just going to, well, why don't I just do like a numeric thing? I'll just make you guys 1, give you all, actually let's just use Penny just to represent the party, or Pepper, since you all have access to Pepper. Go ahead, Beatrice, I'm sorry.
And also, we went through that dungeon and Arlo picked up a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be divvied out, I think.
Yes.
That's true.
There was loot from the dungeon. Let me zip back up here. Yeah, so there were 2 potions of healing. Yeah. There were 2 potions. There were 2 potions of healing, 16 gold, 80.
Intimidation check about the bees.
2 potions of healing, 16 gold, 82 silver, 250 copper, and Groomshar's spellbook.
Bill really wants one of the potions of healing, and he will forgo the rest of the money just for one of those.
Okay, one sec, guys.
I mean, I can put it back. I just scrolled up in chat, but I can.
No, I have it here with me.
Yeah, I have it written down too.
Yeah.
There it is for everybody. So, yeah, it's up to you guys how you divvy all that shit up. So,
I want 5 gold. There. I don't want the potions. I don't want the spell book. I just want 5 gold.
All right. So Give me a minute. What does everyone want?
Bill wants a potion.
Bill wants the potion.
That's it.
Oz wants the 5 gold. What about you, Mel?
You know, Mel's wouldn't make a grab for any of it. But if you're dividing it up, she would take some, but there's nothing she really needs.
I'm gonna.
So what does
Okay.
Mel say?
Yeah.
What does Mel say?
I don't have to have any of it, Skull. But it might be good to use some of it to buy something for the house.
Okay.
That's true.
Tell you what, Skull. Why don't we give Mel some money to buy some
Arlo.
stuff for the house?
Arlo.
Arlo.
What did I say?
Skull.
You said skull. Both of you said skull.
Arlo, buddy. Sorry. I have this thing with names. Sometimes
No,
I
it's
put
fine.
names.
I understand.
It becomes like some people's names come to me from beyond this invisible wall that I can't quite describe.
Oh, you've been
But they're
punched
usually
in the
wrong
head
names.
too?
I don't know what I'm talking about. But Arlo, let's give Mel some money to buy some stuff for the house. Do you think that's fair?
I mean, I'm okay with it.
Mel, how much money would you like, do you think you need to go buy some stuff for the house?
5 gold.
5 gold. Okay, let's give Mel 5 gold.
All right. So now I have 11 gold. But if I were to give
have
the
6.
5 another if I would
You
give you
have
another 5,
6.
I have 6. I have 1 potion of healing. I have
82
82 silver and 250 copper.
And a spell book.
I'm keeping the spell book.
Okay.
Bill, speak up. What do you want? What do you want from the pile?
You wanted the potion.
Oh,
You
I
wanted the
already
potion.
snatched the potion while everyone was arguing.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you just wanted a potion. That's fine. Let's see. Who hasn't gone yet? Arlo, what do you want?
I'll take the copper and the book.
The copper in the book. Okay. Beatrice, sound off.
Silver, maybe some of the silver.
I still have 6 gold, 1 potion, and the 82 silver.
About half silver and half gold between the two of us.
You want half the silver and half the gold. So you want
So
3 gold
3 gold and 40 silver.
and 40
Yeah,
silver.
41 silver.
Wait,
for
give
each
her
of
the
us.
40. Give her 42. I'll take the 3 gold and the 40 silver.
And then I'll keep the potion of healing then.
But
Why don't
I
we-
want you to give my 3 gold and 40 silver to Bill.
Oh, gee, thanks, buddy.
All right.
Sure, Arlo, you keep the potion.
last
of
potion?
healing.
I mean, it's still up for debate.
You keep that handy in case someone knocks me out cold.
I don't need it.
All right. What about you, Redbeard? Do you want it?
Do I want what?
The
The
potion.
last potion of healing.
Last potion of healing? Beatrice, you didn't want that? I mean, you and I don't get into the thick of things that often. I think Bill should have that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll hold it for Bill then, since you told me to hold it for him.
I need someone to wake me up in case I can't drink it myself.
That's true. That's fair.
I'll take it, Bill, and keep it for you, or if anybody needs it. So I'll take the other potion of healing and
Hold up. You'll go down before Bill will. You did last time.
Whoa.
I mean,
Then you take it,
No.
Red.
Mel, I don't want to. Here's the thing. I stay out of the action, and you might go down real easy. Who's like the next most constitutional person? Hopefully, somebody quick that can resuscitate Bill if we need them to.
Well, Big Blue's got
I mean,
the
I guess I
magic
could do
touch.
it.
Just let
I mean,
him
I
keep it.
am beefier than you.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
I
like-
think
we're all getting
Oz. So
really
mechanically,
close right now.
yeah,
Well,
mechanically,
I would just keep the potion. Let's keep it at that.
yeah. Yeah,
If
I mean,
anyone gets
mechanically,
down, I'm
Oz,
gonna
Skull,
heal
and
anyone.
but mechanically, Oz, Arlo, and Beatrice all have D8 hit dice and have basically roughly the same amount of hit points. So
I've got my own healing magic thing that I can do. I don't want it. Simple
You know
as
what, Arlo? Why don't you keep an eye on Bill for us? Huh? We can trust you with that potion, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be holding it. If anyone gets down, I will help them.
Okay. That's
that.
very
We're
reasonable.
all friends.
Why is this an investigation for you?
I'm sorry?
You act like everything's an investigation.
We're all friends. This can wait.
I just
Mel's
like to make
gotta
sure I
go
understand what's
shopping.
going
Come
on.
on.
Arlo.
Let's let
I just
Mel
wanna
go
make sure I
shopping.
have as much information as possible before I make any big decisions. Because I feel like that's smart.
All right, Mel, have a great day. Tell us all about it when you get back.
As I hold the door open for Mel.
Mel leaves.
okay, is so Mel's going shopping by herself? Is that what
Well-
I'm to understand, or are you guys coming with? Like anyone
I
going
turn
with?
around
or-
and say, I'm just gonna see what's around. Anybody want to come with me? Beatrice,
shopping
you want to
with
go
you.
shopping?
Girls' Day shopping. Let's go.
And then she looks back. at
The only
whoever
reason I
isn't
say this
coming.
is like
I don't want to interfere with Girls' Day, but do y'all want like a
We
third
should
person around
get-
just in case something happens? Who knows what? I mean, this is a good part of town, but every good part of town is still a part of town. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
Bill, Oz,
Girls' Day.
I think we should all get to know the neighborhood. Like
let's
this.
go.
All right.
Girls' Day.
Girls' Day.
gender is a performance, and I, for one, am looking to get booed off the stage. And they stepped out the front door. Okay, so yeah, so here you guys are. You are in in Troll Skull Alley. So your place, which Pepper is right next to, is labeled T1 on the map for Troll Skull Alley, Troll Skull Manor. Okay, and the alley itself is this area right here. There's a north and south alley entrance
If you're
there.
clicking, I can't see it, David. Oh, there it
The
is.
big
Okay.
line? Yeah, okay. So there are, most of the places around you are houses. There are some shops. Which way would you like to go? Most of the stuff is off the alley itself. So points of interest would be kind of here, 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 here. Maybe this whole little cul-de-sac, I think, is one. So yeah, any kind of thing that you're looking for necessarily, or do you just want to start walking in a direction and see what crosses your path?
Redbeard at a quiet moment is going to kind of nudge Beatrice and be like, "Hey, so I've seen you talking to Rainier. It seems like you're sweet on him. I don't blame you. He's rich and attractive. I'm sure you've obviously seen me talking to Penitence.
Oh,
because
God,
you
the
talked to both
thing-
of us the other night. Don't worry about it. No, you did great. You did a great job. Here's the thing. We're all in a big group. This is like not a super crowded area, but I just want to really feel grounded. Can we hold hands?
Sure. You like chicken?
Yeah.
Take a wing.
So he sort of like threads his hand through hers, and then he shifts his senses into the bat and sends it up so that he just like is being led around by somebody on the ground, but also has a bird's eye view of anything going on.
Okay.
Bill, hold my hand.
Your palms are sweaty.
Yes.
Is that
Oh God, that's not sweat.
spaghetti? I smell spaghetti. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, like what do you guys, so it seems like whether or not
Shops.
you go left or right, you'll
Okay.
find some stuff. So
Mill is peering in every direction to see if anything looks like it's any kind of a shop, anything from
Okay.
food to clothes to tools to knickknacks to you name it.
okay, so the first thing you would see if you head south down the alley appears to be a medium-sized building, but roof of it is made out of quite an odd tinted glass material, and it appears to be full of plants.
They got plants on the inside of buildings. Don't they know they're supposed to be on the outside?
And there is a.
They do need the sun.
There is a sign on the outside with some plants and like a mortar and pestle on it.
Let's go in here.
This
And
seems
Mel
to be an
pushes the
alchemist
door open.
Okay.
I-
Yeah. So, do I have a? Don't.
shop. Let's just see.
I actually have a question. Do I have that
As soon as we
foldable
walk-
table?
Sorry.
Do you have a what?
The table? Do I have a table or no?
I think we probably left your table back
no,
at the
I don't.
manor.
I don't know
Oh.
that anyone had. You had a foldable table.
Yeah, because I remember that you said that you were working on me having like a table so I can set up the tarot cards.
No, I meant okay. The table was the macro you used. Sorry, that's what I meant. The
Okay.
table was
that
like a when I put the cards
A
into the thing
program.
for a
Yeah.
program thing. It's like an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh.
kind of
If
thing,
you
but-
wanted to have a super cool device that folds out into a table, you could probably pay
Yeah,
like
that
a
would be
smith or a
neat.
tinkerer to make one.
Yeah. So let's see if we can find a tinkerer down this alley.
Okay. All right. Well, the first thing you found was the apothecary. So, you enter the establishment.
As soon as we go in, the bat like swoops down and lands on my shoulder and just kind of stays
Okay.
there.
So you enter the establishment, and you can see a rather tall wood elf with long braided blonde hair, who sort of comes up to you, you all, and says, "Oh, hello. I am Fala Lefir. What may I do for you?"
Well, we're new here and we just stopped by to say hello. Hello.
Oh, hello. Are you all? I heard that someone new is taking residence over at the Trollskull Manor. Is that you all?
Yes, I put my blood on the paper.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
So it's mine.
Right, of course. Well, as I said, I'm Fala. I run an apothecary here. Feel free to
Do
take
you
a look
have
around.
any licorice?
Do I have any licorice? Well, I believe I do actually have some root of the licorice upstairs in the greenhouse. I guess I could get you some if you like.
I love licorice. I would like
see.
some.
In your professional opinion, do you think licorice and honey go together?
She turns and looks and says, I mean, I'm not a cook. I mostly make potions and salves and things like that. I mean, I certainly have and sell cooking herbs and spices for folks, but I'm not much of a chef. My guess is no, but you know, I
Well,
don't.
I
I
would
don't
give
know.
it a try,
I've heard that
Beatrice.
licorice honey is a thing.
Really?
Your
I've
honey
heard that
is-
somewhere. I can't quite remember where, but I've heard that somewhere. Honey can come in all kinds of flavors. It blends well with a lot of things. It's a natural sweetener with a savory but yet neutral flavor. So
She
you
takes
can
a
combine it with almost anything and add some flavor to it. I would think licorice would be no different.
she takes a small journal out of her satchel and like shuts down something and then like closes it and puts it back.
How do I know so much about bees?
How much for a root of licorice, please, sir?
Oh,
Did I?
I'm
read
not a
something?
sir.
I was being polite. I'm sorry. Person, how much is a piece of licorice?
Yes. 2 copper pieces. It would be.
That's cheap.
Thank you.
You could put that in the honey.
Do
I
I get to choose it or you're going to go get it for me?
2 copper.
I'll go get it.
All
and
right.
she
I
goes
would
up
like
the
a
stairs
lot of
to-
licorice, actually.
Oh,
How much?
okay.
How much licorice do you have?
Well, I just have one plant, and I take some of the roots, but if you need a lot of it, I could always grow more. It might take a little time for it to grow, but...
How much can we buy right now without stopping you from being able to grow more?
I mean, it's not in very common request, so only a few pieces, I think.
How many
I
is
want-
it?
One piece.
Okay.
Moved into the
I think I
neighborhood
could
and bought
sell
all the licorice.
I think I could probably sell about 5
Why does
altogether.
this keep happening?
About 5 altogether.
Is this
Yes.
gentrification?
yes, this is gentrification.
Oh my god.
Pretty soon we're gonna go have an artisanal
Who said
mayonnaise
she's
shop.
one? I would get like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. I want to get maybe 3. 3 of them.
Okay. Certainly. And she goes up to snip some of the
6 copper. That's a steal.
snip some of the root of the plant or whatever. I don't know how licorice is made, folks. I have no fucking clue.
It's actually a spice called anise, but it's a bark.
Anise is related to licorice, but they're not quite the same thing, I don't think.
Okay. Well, I know licorice is a plant, so I just don't know. I think that mostly the flavor is derived from
yeah.
anise. But
So,
This is blowing
however,
my mind.
whatever
So
whatever
there's
form
anise,
it comes
there's
in.
licorice and there's is it sarsaparilla?
yeah, sarsaparilla.
Those 3 things are all pretty closely related. Anise is kind of like the middle ground between licorice and sarsaparilla.
Welcome to our Dungeons and
Like-
Dragons.
it tastes of-
Whatever form
you
it
can
comes
serve
in,
for either.
she
I
gets
tap
you.
on Oz-
I know this
shoulder?
because of my cooking
Oh.
/ hookah lounge experience.
The more you know.
I tap on Oz's shoulder and I say, "Do you think there's any bars nearby?"
Oh God.
There's about to be. Let's go.
Well, we're going to have one soon, but
Right. Ours.
I think there's one right down the road, right at the end of the alley. I think it's Froon's Bruins. I think
Prunes, broom.
Froon's Brews.
And
We can go and
And-
ask where they get their ale so cheap, or we can see where we can buy it wholesale.
Are we gonna be in here all day, or are we gonna see more shops?
Let's go.
do you want your
Mel
wait?
leaves.
Do you
Mel
want your
walks
liquor?
out the door.
She's.
Bill
I'm
follows.
Are
going
they?
to leave a
the-
silver piece for the keep.
I guess the elf comes downstairs with the licorice and sort of sees that you have all left,
No,
and she's
no,
cut it
no.
off, of the, or
We
they've
buy
cut it
it
off the
first.
plan already.
I gave a silver piece for the licorice, and I like, thank you very
No,
much.
no,
And
no.
we walked right.
Mel gets her licorice first. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's fine. It's just things went real off the rails there for a second,
Yeah.
folks. Um,
You know what, guys? Let's just go. Let's just. Who needs any
all of a
other-
sudden, you were walking out the door, and nobody had licorice yet.
I
So,
thought I did. I thought
the-
I did.
King Frank, we're muddling through here tonight.
We're shopping.
The elf brings
We're shopping.
back,
Complicated
Fala
process.
brings back the
We're
licorice and makes the exchange and bids
We're
you on
shopping
your
as
way.
Papa.
Thank
So-
you. It's nice to meet you. Goodbye. And Mel leaves.
She waves you out the door. Okay, so that was this spot here.
Praise honey here. Give the guy honey.
And let's take a look. What's the next spot?
Maybe. What do you think?
No, don't do that. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so
Sorry, I was just watching us from above.
tell you what, I'm gonna just put some things on the map, and you guys tell me which one you want to go to. I'm not gonna tell you what they are. Just pick a number and say that's where you want to go.
Apothecary.
How's that sound?
Okay, well, I
Sure.
already picked, so
We
I'm
all
done.
we all agree on the number.
Whoever
No.
says the first thing is where you're gonna go. Pick a number, somebody.
T2.
T2.
We're outside again.
All right, well, I heard T2 first. So, you guys make your way over to T2. And what you find over there, I don't know which one. I think this is the front entrance of it, maybe. I don't know. Who cares? What you find over there is a shop with a small wooden sign above the main door, which is bare except for a large bent nail sticking out of it. And as you enter, you see the front room contains displays of kind of ornate wooden furniture as well as a selection of bows and crossbows. The wall behind the counter is lined with rows of finely carved wooden canes, quarterstaffs, and shields. And a male half-elf kind of comes out of the back room through a swinging door when he hears the thing open. And he sort of sees you all and says, hi there. I'm Tally, and this is the Bent Nail. What can I do for you?
Bent nail. I see, because you had the nail bent, huh?
Yes.
We're new in town.
We just
Say,
got here.
you got a lot of fancy stuff in here, but you got any metal bullets for a sling?
No, I'm sorry, I can't say that I do have any metal bullets for a sling. You might want to try Steam and Shield. I'm sorry, Steam and Steel. Actually, just across the street here. He points at T3 and says, I think they can help you out over there.
You got any hammers? Really big ones.
What's the guy's name?
My name is Tally.
Okay, yeah, I'm asking out of
Yeah, out of
The guy's
character.
name is
Tally. So Tally, yes.
Okay. So Redbeard pats the bow on his chest, says, "Hey, Tally."
Hey. Are you trying? I'm sorry. Are you trying to establish that you know him to begin with, or?
I'm gonna say this is maybe where I bought my bow.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. And he
All right.
says, "Oh, hey."
Redbeard.
Ah, right. Yeah, because of the
Redbeard the Gray.
because of the
Right.
beard. And the gray. Oh, okay. Yeah. Very.
I know you do a
yeah.
lot of business here because this place is awesome. But listen, man, this thing works great. I've really been enjoying it.
Excellent. Well, good. Okay, glad it's working for you.
I ask him, do you have any tables? Or do
I-
you sell any tables?
Do I sell? Yeah, I sell tables. I sell all kinds of furniture.
Oh, that's
Any-
great. We've
I
got
can
our
get a
furniture.
table here.
We just moved into Troll Skull
I knew this place.
Oh, I see.
Manor,
Okay.
Troll Skull Manor. So
Yeah.
we may be visiting you a lot, actually.
Do you
Certainly.
think you could give us a deal on buying in so much?
Maybe when we have some more cap, we're still a little.
Well,
light on
I'm
He
cash.
says-
just asking. I'm just asking for later on.
He
Like,
says, I mean, I give you the same deal I'll give anybody else. You know, I do a fair business here. I try to keep costs fair for everyone. So,
Rip.
you know, I'll do the best I can. If you'd like me to come take a look at the place and see, I know hasn't really been used in a while, but I can at least give you an estimate if you'd like me to
That-
come by.
that would be great.
at some
Yeah,
point in the next
sounds
few days,
good.
maybe.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Wait, let's ask Mel first.
Oz just stares at Mel.
We all look at Mel. Mel, is it okay if he would be able to come to the house and give us an estimate of how to fix up the place?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
there you have it.
The owner said yes.
I see. Oh, so I guess you're all sort of there, but you're the owner, the miss.
Yes.
Ah, that's excellent. Well, yeah, I certainly hope we can do some business together. I'll stop by in the next couple of days. Are you generally there, or is there a particular time that works that I should stop by and see?
I just put my blood on the paper a little while ago, so I haven't moved in yet.
Okay, well, let's say first thing tomorrow morning I'll stop by. Someone can be there to let me in, and I'll take a look around.
We'll be there.
Excellent. Is there anything I can do for you in the meantime?
Do you have any big hammers for Bill, but a tiny little hammer for me? Like little, like really, really that you would tap, tap, tap.
Well, I mean, I do a lot of fine woodworking. As far as having a big hammer, no, I think you'd be better served again across if you're looking for something you want to use when you, are you looking to like fight with this hammer, or do you just have big nails?
Oh, I want a tool.
Let's
No,
just
not-
call it demolition.
Okay. Yeah, you probably would do better off at Steam and Steel on that one as well. And for you, miss, yes, I do. I have some smaller hammers. I suppose I could sell you one of my older ones.
I don't have very much money. I just put my blood on the paper. If you have one that's old and you don't use it anymore and you wanted to get just a little bit of money for it, I would buy it.
Let's say 1 copper.
I will take it. Thank you.
Okay, so you hand over the copper. He hands you a, however big of a hammer it is that you're looking for, Mel.
Little.
Yeah.
Like a rock hammer.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then he looks around at the rest of you. Says, "Like, well, I'll stop by tomorrow. Anything else I can do?
Yes.
Anything catch your
Do you-
eye?"
Do you? Oh, go ahead.
Nope.
No, you go
He
ahead.
points at Oz
Okay.
and says, "You first."
Yes. You do fine woodwork, I see. Do you dabble in making instruments, musical instruments?
He
It might be a little too
says,
fine, I understand.
"Yeah." He says, "Oh well, I've never really tried it. The woodworking I understand, but some of the rest of it is not my forte.
The acoustics and everything is
Yeah.
all a little.
I mean,
I
if you got me a design, I suppose I could follow it, but."
Understood. Well, I'll see what I can dig up. Thank you,
Lovely.
anyways.
Yeah, and you there,
Arlo.
Arlo, yes.
Do you have any foldable tables that I can take during my journey?
Multiple tables. I've never made such a thing. What do you want it to do?
Oh, whenever I'm, around, I could just take out the table and I'll be able to do some fortune telling around the area.
You want a collapsible, easily deployed table.
Interesting.
Good for transportation, good for storage, good for quickly unfurling.
Yeah, he says, I've never made anything like that, but it sounds like an interesting challenge. Let me give it a try. I don't have anything right now. Let me give it a try in my spare time, see if I can cook something up.
How much would that cost?
Oh, custom job like that. Let me see, and let me consult the player's handbook and
You should
see.
charge a non-refundable deposit
Yeah, he probably would. Yes.
for the time and work to do good, honest work like that. I think a non-refundable deposit and then the rest of the final price on delivery.
Why do you look at Bill when you say honest work?
I wasn't looking at anybody in particular. When I
Don't look at me.
Oz stares at Bill.
Okay, trade goods.
I'm gonna stand outside.
Bill stomps outside and
That's gonna be helpful.
sees
Okay.
the sign for the other
Yeah.
I guess the weapon, the blacksmith,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay, yeah, we'll
He's
we'll
heading
handle
that
that in
way.
just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he says, custom job like that, I've got to come up with the design myself. It's going to take quite a bit of time. 10 gold with a 5 gold deposit. And that is pretty expensive for a chair, but again, you're asking a fine craftsman to custom make and invent this item, right? So, normally a chair might cost, depending on the quality of it, between
Table.
maybe 8 silver
Table.
and... Yeah, sorry. Maybe a table might cost between like 8 silver and 2 gold, depending on how fine it was, unless it was like inlaid with gold and stuff. But he's got to engineer this thing, and, if you can imagine, that'll take quite a bit of time, so...
How
Just
about
cover it in hinges.
8 gold and 5 gold up front?
I guess make a persuasion check.
Oh.
He says, listen, he points around at the stuff in the shop and says, I'm the best. So if you want the best, it costs what it costs, friend.
Tally is the best. If you're interested in archery at all, you should pay the man and
That'll be the end of it.
I think the quality of the work speaks for itself. Take it or leave it.
Fine, I'll take it. I'll give him the 5 gold up front.
Okay. That's excellent. Well, I will do my best to make sure you're not disappointed. And
hey,
then,
Tally.
yes.
And Redbeard is going to pull one of the arrows out of his quiver, and it's this like kind of long, pretty flexible but not overly flexible dark wood arrow with like this really long, narrow kind of 4-point razor tip on it. You'd be like, "You got any more of these rosewood 4 points that I like?"
Yeah, if you want to stock up, yeah, I think I've got a fresh batch.
Excellent. How much for the lot of them?
Let's see. Well, typically, The weapons, typically the arrows go for about 1 gold for 20 in a quiver.
How many do you have?
Oh,
I don't think how many you can actually carry too.
I've got about 40 at the moment.
I keep supplies around. You said 40 at the moment.
Yeah.
So that'd be 2 gold for the lot of them? Is
Yep.
that right? You know, that
That's
sounds
right.
like a deal.
Okay.
And I'll pass 2 gold across the counter.
Okay, he gets you the stuff. And sort of looks around. Anyone else? Bill, you already had walked across. Or are you walking over to the other shop without everyone, or what's your?
Yeah, but
Mel
I mean, as soon as I'm done buying
I'm-
the arrows, I'll follow him.
Okay.
Or I
What
guess I'll
now?
follow Beatrice.
Mel
Yeah.
followed Bill.
Link
As soon
arm.
as I pay the gold, I go outside with everyone.
Okay.
Oz didn't stop staring at Bill. He's just following right behind and staring into the back of his head just to fuck with him.
I know you're there.
Okay. Well, as you guys are having your unorthodox staring contest, you make your way over to Steam and Steel. So during daylight hours, which it is right now, you sort of can see steam and smoke billowing from many of the windows around this sort of indoor forge. You can smell, the fire and chemicals and things. As you walk in, you can see that there is a man up front who is he's like a greenish blue in skin, and he has sort of green hair, and he looks just damp all over, right?
Arcana check. What is that thing?
So Greg.
25. Yeah.
No, Greg.
This is a water ganassi.
A Warganasi.
So
okay.
it
So Greg.
either hails from or has ancestry that hails from the elemental plane of water.
Gotcha.
Just doing them all waters.
And you come in and see this fellow, and he looks over at you, says, "Oh, hello, welcome to Steam and Steel. How can I be of service?"
Well, you got a bit of. I need a hammer, a big one.
Big hammer. Okay, well, let me go see what I can find. And give me just. Do you have a big hammer currently, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maul,
He sort of points at it and says, "Are you looking for something like that or something else?"
Yeah, this old girl's been with me for a while. It's been real good to me. But I'm just looking for something a little bit flashier.
He says, I see.
Something that'll grab someone's attention.
He says, "Hey, babe," and coming out of the door, kind of behind him, you can see another man who has red skin, and his hair looks like open flame, and it sort of is like kind of tufted in the front, like a little, almost looks like spiky, but it waves in his flames.
I have so many questions, but it's not my business.
And he comes in, and the first man says, "Hey, babe, do we have any hammers?" And the other one says, he looks around at you guys and says, "I see we got some customers. Yes, well, yeah, I've got a hammer back there, hammer or two. Who's going to be swinging this thing?" And he looks around at you.
Me.
As I'm pointing to Oz, like behind him.
Oz is pointing to Redbeard.
And he says, I'm sorry, who is going to be? Is it? And he points at like,
Bill turns
point
around
to
and
Bill.
slaps both of them.
Oh,
It's me.
you certainly have lured in a boisterous bunch here, babe. And he says, they must have heard about my fine hammers.
As long as it's big and shiny.
You know?
He says, oh, we do big and shiny.
Then I've come to the right place.
What are the characters' names?
They haven't said.
They haven't said. Okay.
Yeah.
Redbeard is gonna kind of look around and say, "Hey, I have this short sword and this dagger that needs sharpened. What would something like that cost? I haven't had these done in a while. I just want the edge put back on them, you know." Man.
And as you're saying that, the fire genasi is like walked back into the other shop to go look for the hammer, and the other one says, just to put the edge back on it, 3 silver.
3 silver?
We
And,
just moved into Trollclaw.
Redbeard will pull 3 silver out and give it to the guy.
Oh, you're over at Trollclaw, or Troll Skull, yes?
Troll Skull.
That's
yes,
it.
Troll
Oh,
Skull,
well, you
yeah.
know, what are you planning to do with the place, if you don't mind my asking? How did you come
we're
by it?
thinking- We did some work for a friend, and
Oh.
it
Would you
was
know anything about that place?
the best he could give us.
Well, it used to be a tavern. They fell on hard times a few years back, and, well, the alley hasn't really been the same ever since. Just, you know,
Well, have
it
I
was
got
nice to have
news for you?
we don't have any other taverns right around here. So it was nice to, and as he's sort of explaining his, the other one comes back in with a hammer. It's a very fine hammer. It's got like a sort of dark polished wood shaft that has sort of at different points on the hilt of it these metal rings kind of laid into it for grip, and then is like the wood's carved, and then the head of it is this heavy metal, and the sides of it have been like, it almost looks like a meat tenderizer kind of. It's
Oh, it's perfect.
yeah. He says we got the woodwork from Tally just across the way. Really did a number on it, and then of course yours truly really put the artistry, the finishing touches.
We didn't really catch you guys' names.
Babe, you didn't tell him our name. He like smacks him. You didn't tell him our names. Come on, you gotta introduce yourself. And it's not like hard. He just like kind of gives him like a across the like shoulder kind of thing. Not like hits him in the face, but gives him a like, come on.
Say, oh no.
And he says, well, I'm Embrick, obviously. I tend the forge, and this here, unfortunate partner of mine, manning the front, forgetting to tell people who we are, is Avi. And he says, babe, you always do this. I'm Avi. Sorry, I forgot to tell you our names. It's just I'm so happy to see new people. And he says, babe, we gotta work on your presentation, huh?
Embrick and did you say Ari or Avi?
Avi with a V.
Avi. Embrick and Avi.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you both. I can tell we're going to be great friends.
Yes, well, if you don't mind, I can do the negotiations. And Embrick says, sure. I gotta get back before this metal spoils. Don't want to let it sit hot too long, or whatever smart thing a smith would say about their smithing. And yeah, so this is a mall.
Yes.
And Avi says, well, this mall will run you about 10 gold.
Just sort of, I guess, is there anything about this mall that is different than a typical mall?
No, it would do the same,
mechanically?
mechanically
Okay.
it'll do the same damage.
Would Bill be able to purchase it at a higher price if it was like a silvered mall?
Let's see.
Just
So
that
most
it's
of those
something-
kind of like mechanical benefits in this version of D&D are going to come from like magic items and things like that. It doesn't have like masterwork or those
Okay.
types of like distinctions like Third used to have.
Gotcha.
If you wanted to pay him to silver or to either make or get you a silvered maul,
Well, I'm just asking if we could make this a silvered mall, just so that it's something that I would want to buy.
yeah. Okay, there's rules in here for this. He says, right, well, so it's not silver currently, but he says if you need something silvered, it does, the price of silver is up these days. It costs 100 gold to silver the weapon, but he can re-inlay the head with silver, and then that would make it a silvered weapon mechanically.
Gotcha.
So it would at that point would cost 110, 10 for the maul and 100 for the silver.
Well, I don't have the money now, but you keep that hammer back for me. I'm coming back for her.
Bill. And Oz kind of pets him. He's like, how much do you have on you now?
Well, I got the 25 that Red gave me, and I got the few gold from Arlo last week, and well, unless I collected from him, I got it's fine. I'll come back.
You sure? I can spot you. I mean, I might be needing your help sooner or later.
Well, sure, why not? Well, my friend here's offered to pay my tab.
No,
I guess
not
I
the
can
entire
walk
tab.
home.
Not the entire. Hold on. I'm
What a great friend!
willing
As I
to
pat him on the
assist
back.
with the financial need. I can fill a gap of, say, under 25 gold.
10. Well, we'll do 10 gold. Bill will walk out with the hammer, and he'll bring it back later to be silvered.
All right, I'll give you the 10. Like, I'll pay for the hammer. You can pay for the silver.
Pleasure doing
Thanks,
business with
bud.
you. And shortly after the other one comes back out, kind of like wiping his brow and says, "Oh, you bought the hammer. Great, excellent. Well, hey, you take care of her, all right?
Oh, I intend
Don't get her
to.
stuck in anybody's brainstem I care about, okay?"
Don't
So,
worry, I won't care about them either.
So Redbeard has kind of been awkwardly like looking around and muttering him to himself, like more or less the entire time they've been in this shop. Stuff like the names of the owners. Why do I remember this place? Have I been here before? And whichever one of them actually does the sharpening, I imagine it would be the water descended person, but I honestly don't know. Whichever one of them does the sharpening as they're doing it is gonna like notice some little hallmark of Embrick's work.
I mean, it would be
Like, oh, I
Embrick.
think we made these kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah, okay. No, Embrick. It would be Embrick, and he would say like,
Okay.
"Oh, you."
As he's
oh, you-
sharpening, he might even remember which one it was. I don't know what kind of memory he has for stuff he's made and sold.
Yeah.
But
And it was the dagger and the short sword. We'll say the short sword. I think he looks at it and says like, "Oh."
I think it's actually a rapier. It's a dagger and a rapier.
Dagger and rapier. Okay. In that case, we'll say the dagger. I think he hefts the dagger and looks at it and says, "Hey, I made this. Where did you come by this? Did you get it here?"
He says that to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're the only place. Are you the only place that has that?
I recognize my own work.
Oh, I mean, I guess I must have gotten it here then.
I don't remember every dagger we've ever sold, but
I mean,
in terms of who we
you know,
sold it to,
I don't
know.
remember everything I've ever bought either, but I know the guy at the bow shop. Like I bought this bow from him, and I mean, you recognize the dagger, and I feel like I recognize this place. So I mean, I probably just came in on the same day and either bought or commissioned the dagger. I would guess.
Must have. Well,
I just don't remember that quite as well as I remember buying the bow for some reason. I mean, I'm sure it was a long day. Obviously, I was gearing up for something.
well. Anyway, and he sort of hands him back over. Should be good as new.
I appreciate it. You've done excellent work. He puts everything back in its sheath and kind of stops talking.
Well, it's been a pleasure to meet all of you. And Avi says, "Yes, it's been quite nice. Stop by again. Anything you need, we'll be happy to help."
Thank you.
Well,
Okay.
sounds
Jesus, that's a crown of bees.
Bees. Bee
So-
crowd.
Do you all think we have time to check out the other stores, or do you want to
I think
call it
so.
a?
I think at least one more.
Might as well.
Okay.
Hey, Arlo, when we get a chance, do you mind reading my fortune?
I don't mind.
Glad to hear it.
You're going to die.
Hey, we all do.
Right? Like it'll be the most obvious thing. Like, of course I am.
No.
Some
You're
faster.
going to live forever. Wait,
some
what?
faster than others.
Let's go. Oz says T5.
T5. Okay, so this building is pretty unremarkable on the outside. The only distinguishing mark is an orange and black sign featuring a cat's eyes. And I think you,
Is this the Spirit Halloween? Is there a Spirit Halloween on Troll Skull Alley?
In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Disney's gonna sue us.
Oh
and yeah, so if you,
First the Marvel, now this.
if you enter the business, oh, you can't. Okay, so you walk up and you can see inside through the glass on the door. You can see what appears to be a regal apartment, dimly lit by flickering oil lamps, but the door is locked.
Oh, whoops.
Oh well, fuck this, and Oz goes to T6.
Okay, fair enough.
Time to go.
And
We'll come back tonight or something.
yeah, so this appears to be a bookstore. The front of the bookstore is adorned with a charming sign of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. So inside the shop, if you enter, is decorated with beautiful hardwood. There's sort of the earthy scent of old books permeating the air. You can tell that it is it's a 3-story building, and you can see the stairs upward. And I think there's like, you can see up the stairs that there's more books on the second floor. And it almost feels like this place like contains more shelves than the building should be able to hold. And upon hearing you enter, a short gold dragonborn in robes comes down from the second floor and says, hello. Who goes there?
Hi.
Your new neighbors.
Welcome. Welcome to the Bookworm's Treasure. I am Rishal. Please,
This is Mel.
take a look around.
Well, everyone, interested in any books?
Thank God I learned how to read.
Dave, I'm gonna text you something.
Me?
Yeah, just be on the lookout for it.
Okay.
You can keep running though.
Mel steps inside, but that's all. She just steps inside the door.
You have any storybooks? Oz is perusing, just looking for like fictional, like short stories, stuff that he can kind of like speak about during like performances while he's trying to play for tips.
I heard about this one peculiar story about 2 children and terrible parents who left them in the woods to die.
He says, I mean, yeah, I have storybooks aplenty. I sort of gestures over at one section. These shelves over here contain the majority of my collection of fiction material. Upstairs, there's a smaller section with more fairy tales and children's books kind of thing.
Do you
You
have
said your
anything?
name. No, go ahead.
Oh, do you have anything as far as honey recipes? Like recipes that mostly involve honey?
Honey recipe. That's going to be a little tougher find. Make an investigation check.
Yeah. I can do things. Probably not, but work. I almost made it Beatrice Bees. Whoops. Bees can't investigate things. Well,
Carrying the book.
Yep, that's a flower.
Yeah, with an 18, I think you do find tucked away in the cooking section a book with a number of honey-based recipes in it.
Ooh. This. I want this.
Bill's gonna sort of very surreptitiously go up to Rijal, very quietly. Hey, do you got any of them books with the ladies in them?
Oh my god. How did I know? How did I know?
And Rishal just looks like, oh no, here's what happens. Rishal says, I think I know what you mean. And he points at a shelf section on the second floor and says, why don't you check those out over there?
Across the beads.
Thanks, buddy.
No, there's no beads. Do you go look at them?
Yeah, I go look at them.
They are romance novels. So
Bill.
it's all like, it's all, you know,
Sponges
bodice
over that
rippers
section.
and yeah.
Bill's gonna grab one
Okay.
and look at. Is there an illustration on the cover?
Sure. Yeah.
So Bill's gonna look at the cover of the book, which has a woman sort of languid with diaphanous, clothing, and he's gonna go, oh boy. And he's
And
gonna
then realize there's nothing but words on the inside and go, what is this bullshit?
and he's gonna he wants the book.
Okay. Alrighty.
One more question for you, actually. Do you have anything on sentient, monstrous races? So your goblins, your hobgoblins, Kenku changelings, things like that, and also anything on nomadic tribes or gypsy-esque people?
He says, well, actually, I got a small contingent of, book. They may have some monster lore or some lore on sentient creatures. It's more about giants, gnolls, goblinoids, hags, kobolds, mind flayers, orcs, and yuan-ti. Well, no, I guess there's some information on the Azamar, the Florbolgs, the Goliaths, the Kenkus, the Lizard Folks, the Tabaxis, and the Tritons, as well as just a number of other various monsters. It's right over there, and he points, and there's this little tacky shelf that's been clearly is like a promotional shelf, and on it you see Volo's Guide to Monsters.
All right. Well, what about any kind of book on nomadic groups, maybe that travel the coast or things like that? Maybe.
Yeah, for that you'll need to make an investigation check. We'll see.
Yeah. If my character sheet will load
Does
up.
Bill have to pay anything for his book?
Yeah, we'll get to we'll do checkout in a minute. He says, I don't think so. I mean, there might be tangentially mentioned in some of the longer histories, but nothing really focused in on it.
Well, I'll take the Volo's guide then.
All right, so
actually, I could probably get a free copy from Volo.
Oh, you know Volo?
Yeah, he's an asshole.
And I'm sorry, you said you just
gave
came
us
into
the
possession
fucking
of what?
house.
Okay, yeah, I see what happened here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He gave us a
Yeah.
house. I didn't want a house. I wanted money.
I look over to the group and I'm like, that everyone knows exactly what happened with the house, but every time they're about to say something, they get distracted.
They're just jealous, Big Blue.
Anywho, well, I'll take. No, I won't. I'll ask Volo about it. Never mind.
okay.
I open my bag and I take out the the spell book that I have.
Uh-huh.
And I say, do you know anything about this? As I'm showing Sean.
Yeah. So, hang on a second. He says, "Do you mind if I take a look at this?"
Yeah, go ahead. As I go ahead and
he sort of flips through it and says, where did you all come across this?"
Down in the sewers.
Down in the sewers. I mean, was it just laying in the? It doesn't seem like it was. It wasn't just laying in the sewers.
Put everything out there, don't you, Arlo? We're adventurers. We had a run-in with some criminals, and this was on one of them.
No,
we did the job. We did the job for the asshole over here, and then he gave us the house, and we got this book.
Oh, I see. Well, so I take it this book was found on the person of someone who was possibly engaged in some less than appropriate behavior.
Yeah.
I see.
He was cooking a man alive.
He was cooking a man alive.
Okay.
He says, well, listen, this is an arcane artifact that has been used in the commission of a crime. Obviously. Now, I'm willing to take this off your hands for some coin. I don't think you should make out of this without proper recompense, but this needs to be turned over to the guard. I'll handle it. I think if you do it, they'll ask you too many questions, and based on the interactions I've had with you so far, well, I don't know. Even if you're telling the truth, I don't know if you'll come out on top of those questions, if you know what I mean.
But surely the nobles will help me out, right?
Do you know any nobles?
I would just think that.
Oh yeah, Oz knows the two. What were their names? I forgot to write them down.
Floon and Rainier.
Floon and Rainier.
Name drop those people.
Let's not just start throwing names of people I know around. Let's not throw my name into a big mess.
He says, I mean, I
have friends among the nobility.
I mean, yeah, I guess one of them could probably help you out, I suppose, if you promise me that I won't hear that this book ended up in the wrong person's hands and they did something with it. Because if I hear that, I will come for you.
I understand that.
I mean,
you can either sell it to me now, I'll give you some money for it, a fair price, take it off your hands. I traffic in, some arcane knowledge. I'm a member of the Watchful Order of Magists, and I certainly can...
I was gonna do an insight to see if he's lying.
We got a 23 on the.
Okay.
Sorry, I think I rolled as Beatrice. We got a 23 on that.
Okay, and Arlo, give me the insight check. And what are you trying to determine with an Arcana check? With that Arcana
so he
check?
mentioned the name of an order.
Yeah.
Okay. That
is really more of a history check, but you rolled a 17, so if we just added your other modifier, I'm sure it's fine. And that's an 18 insight.
It sounded like some kind of magical group, so I threw
it is. But I mean, it's more common knowledge. The Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors is a guild of wizards and sorcerers in the city of Waterdeep. Also functions as a mage academy, but they also kind of police the use of magic within Waterdeep and encourage members and encourage wizards in general in the city to use magic wisely. And with an 18, Arlo, yes, he's telling the truth. You don't sense any.
We'll just say that the person who was using this book was not using it wisely.
And he says, I mean, if you... I'm loath to do it. I'm not gonna fight you for it or anything, but I'm willing to pay you a fair price to take this off your hands and get it to the hands of people who can, keep it safe and possibly find out who was using it and why.
Redbeard messages to Arlo and says, "Just ask him what the fair price is."
Yeah, I was gonna do. How much are you willing to give me for the book?
Okay, I for that need to actually go look up real quick. What did I tell you? What spells were in it by any chance?
I know that Well, no, not really.
No, you didn't. You said we
No.
couldn't understand that.
I think you only. I
Oh,
think you
yeah,
only
that's
told
right,
me-
because you don't
Because
know
none
those
of us are
spells. Yeah, yeah,
wizards.
yeah.
None of us
Yeah.
are
Nobody
wizards, so
does.
none
Yep.
of us can use
That's fair. I need to go look at a stat block real quick.
it. Now, here's
Um,
the real question: what are we going to name the tavern?
Wait, I was able to read. I was. Well, that's a spell, right? No, never mind.
Mel's
Be honey
place.
related?
spells. Cantrips. Okay.
I mean, we could name it after our old home. We could name it the Blue Door.
Ooh.
If we name it something honey related, then my honey needle makes sense.
So
Wait,
Yes.
what are we naming?
he says,
Boss, I feel like this is up to the people, to Mel and the people she lives with. To be
Oh, well,
honest.
never mind.
looking at the book, he says, well, there's 3 level 1 spells in here and 3 cantrips. Fair price for this would be 105 gold.
Bill, upon hearing the incredible sum of money, is going to aggressively bargain up the price.
No.
Boss's
Wait.
head rotates like 180 degrees, just
Like an
completely
owl?
around his head, and he stares at
Like an owl.
at Arlo.
You can hear a neck snap.
Yeah.
Hey, tell you what, 105's okay, but I think we both know this book's worth a little more.
Through his teeth, Oz just take the money.
I was.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a 12 intimidation check. Nah, I don't think that's going to quite do it with this guy. And he says,
Me, but he's so skinny, you know.
He says,
What are you-
no,
what are you-
105 is the fair price. When I charge people for spellcasting services or for copying spells out of my books and things, it's typically 25 per first level spell and 10 per cantrip. So 3 first level
All right.
spells and 3 cantrips, 105 gold.
So I look at him and I said, we've been through a lot to get it. Is 150 okay with you? Like, just we've been through a lot. We had to do this, and we went down to sewers covered in human feces.
He says, look, man, I mean, you can make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill tried and failed. Sorry, buddy.
17. With a 17, he sighs and says, best I can do is 125. It's just the spells in here are not worth 150.
I'll take the deal.
Okay. All right, so he will go get a coin purse with 125 gold and trade it to you for Grimshar's spellbook.
Woo!
Bill's gonna clap Arlo on the back and,
Oh, buddy, you did it. Oh, because I helped, I'm only going to take like 10 gold. How's that sound?
I look at him and I say, how about you take only 1 gold with intimidation?
I mean, you guys can do, you don't have, that's up to you guys if you want to give him any. So,
I mean, are you going to give Bill 1 gold?
I'll give you the 1 gold. That's all I'll give you for screwing up. But
Hey, what's a little screw up between friends? Thanks, buddy.
so I'll give him the 1 gold.
and then for the rest of you, the other books, I'm just going to try to run through this quickly. Books in general are 25 gold in the PHB, so that would be the cost for any of the other books that you have checked out and are
25?
interested in. Yep.
Well, never mind. This books it.
Aw.
And I ask him one more thing. They said you teach spells.
I'm so passionate.
Me personally, I have some
No.
I have some spells that I allow wizards to copy into their books if I trust them and think they're all right.
Oh, wizards. You don't do for warlocks?
He says, no, if you get magic from some kind of other being, you gotta go talk to them if you want more, friend. I can't help you with that.
I understand.
What, why do you ask? He says, looking rather pointedly at you.
I've been wanting to learn more spells, but I mean, if I have to go and ask, I haven't contacted my my Patreon in a while.
Well,
And I'm still new to the being a warlock and all that.
I see. Well, just be careful. Sometimes it's the candy tastes good to begin with, but sometimes they ask you to do things.
Then it
To
rots
get
your
more.
teeth.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just
Candy.
be careful. Don't become my problem, all right?
Excuse me. Do you
Yes.
sell candy?
No. I sell books.
Oh,
Candy was
That'd be great.
candy was a metaphor, ma'am.
Books are kind of like candy for the mind.
Yeah, see, he gets it. Books are like candy for the mind. Also,
Dumbest shit I've ever said.
I don't handle cognitive dissonance very well.
I could tell
I
that
look
about
at-
you, actually, when you first came in. I thought
I
there's a
look at
guy
Bill.
who probably doesn't handle cognitive dissonance well.
For someone who doesn't handle cognitive dissonance very well, you know the word dissonance, which is impressive, really.
I never said I wasn't educated.
Sorry,
That is
Arlo,
true.
go ahead.
I just look at Bill and be like, read your book, buddy. Read your book.
It's too expensive. It doesn't have any pictures.
Or you bought it. What else do you want from it?
I never gave him the money. He can have it back.
So he, I think, given that we're a little bit over time there, folks, on the handing back of the books and the not purchasing of them and the training of the spell book, I believe that is where we will go ahead and close for the day. So next time we will jump into all the downtime stuff and some of the vignettes you guys want to do, and in between we'll try and deal with this Troll Skull Manor stuff. So you guys, So you guys exit the the Bookworms board. Let me try this again. If I can remember what the place you're in is called.
Bookworm's treasure.
Thank you. Yes, you guys exit the Bookworm's treasure. As it's probably about noon. I think all of that traveling around probably only took you the first part of the day. So noon on your first day as the proud owners of Troll Skull Manor. And
we asked no one about what happened to the property. Zero.
Yeah,
No, we
that's
did.
fine.
They
Probably
just like
something
trailed
tragic.
off. And
Yeah.
took
So,
it.
as the proud new owners of Troll Skull Manor, you guys begin to make your way back over to kind of plan what you're going to do with the property, and we will. Oh, and then Beatrice, I believe you have a date with Rainier to get to.
I have a date.
So we will catch up with all of that next time. To everybody for watching, thank you guys so much. We super appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you for the raid, VP. Thank to all you guys for the subs and the bits and everything. Sorry that the notifications got turned off because things were a little crazy. Before we end, we are gonna go around one more time. Everybody can do their plugs and all that. So I am Pixel. I'm the GM here at Ages of Ainur. I also stream video games over on Facebook at facebook.com/Ages of Ainur. Facebook.com/Hammer and Pixel. I have too many hats going on, folks. And then Jacob.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I stream at Nowhere. I don't stream. And you can check me out here at Ages of Ainur. I had a great time. I hope you had a good time watching. Good night, everyone.
All right, Redbeard.
Redbeard the Pink, playing the character of Redbeard the Gray. I'm on social media. Just look up Redbeard the Pink on the internet at large, and that should be pretty easy to find. This has been a lot of fun. I always enjoy this game, and I'm looking forward to next Friday.
Excellent. And Mel.
my name is Trish. I play Mel, the human sorcerer. And Monday, I will be on Twitch with Hammer and Pixel in Minecraft, and possibly seriously thinking about trying to build the manor in Minecraft. That would be a totally cool thing. And that's what I'm going to be thinking about from now to Monday.
Yeah, that is true. Not to interrupt, but I am still going to do the next Minecraft Monday stream here on Twitch. Just, because we said we would, so we're just going to do that. And yeah, I think that could be a fun project for us, is to try and build Troll Skull Manor. Beast.
Hey y'all, Beast, thank you so much for hanging out. Really love doing this, and I hope you enjoy watching it. And we'll see you next week.
Excellent. Skull.
Hi guys, I play Arlo, the dark elf gambler. My name is Alex Skull. My nickname is Skull. Again, guys, you could always catch me on Facebook. I do stream late at night, Persona 3, and I'm gonna probably do Persona 4. If you guys can watch, I'll be there. I always like talking to the people, so.
Excellent.
Have a good
And Haley.
Hi, Haley Comet. Also on TikTok, occasionally post. I play Beatrice, the beekeeper, and I'm wearing a crown for no reason. And I hope you guys had fun.
Excellent. So yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out for us for this silly thing we do on Friday nights. It honestly means so much more than we can say to have folks interested in our shenanigans. And thank you guys so much for all the support, helping us make affiliate, all of that. We're super grateful. As always, you can find us on Twitter and Facebook, as well as in Discord if you're interested in becoming part of our little circle of folks who love RPGs and D&D. And then finally, as usual, I just want to leave you with a little request from me to you. So until the next time I see you, do me a favor and just be a little kinder to yourself than you think you deserve. Because I promise it still isn't close to being actually the kindness that you deserve. So, good night, everybody.
Girls' night is over, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Girls' night's over.
Bye. Wah, wah.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits.